situations. Not a single person has ever said they're not fucking hilarious and a great time to be around.
I mean, and you have like Bert Kreischer's story for joining the mafia.
Yamashina!
Russians recognize the sheer artifice of society. They just can't fucking do anything about it because they keep getting assholes in charge who will actually shoot them if they do anything.
Pretty much.
Well,
I think they'd make for a real fun actual democracy.
oh, absolutely.
Oftentimes, not the people that have problems with each other, it's the governments.
Bingo.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if you ever saw Baldwin Bankrupt's channel before he got banned from Russia for life, which is still bizarre to me because he was like their greatest ambassador. Because the guy just loved old Soviet history and mosaics and stuff.
Mm.
But cool ass channel to watch. It was just so cool seeing the country up close.
Mm.
But like, yeah, I would love to ride the Trans-Siberian Railroad. But I remember watching.
Your ideas are intriguing to me,
was
and I
like
wish to
the,
subscribe to your
once-
newsletter.
Back when they're doing all the great news things.
Mm.
Because they heard stories about like North Korean slaves in Siberia doing these dangerous lumber chops and stuff.
Also, hi, Trident.
Hey, Trent.
I tried.
And
Greetings.
so they're going because they want to track us down. And they show up in Siberia and like talk to us. It's like, yeah, you need protection. That's not a great place to be. And so he's like, yeah, we get you mafia. And so the guy they have is like a short-haired Eminem wannabe at 19 with like skinny as fuck, like he doesn't need like all the tattoos, grills on the teeth, and just carrying around a couple of double-barrel sawed-off shotguns.
Yeah.
And so they're driving in the woods in the middle of nowhere, and
I got nothing.
these two cars of like North Korean officers actually come up and start yelling at them. And they're young guys with camera. They're like trying to argue, trying to say, hey, we're not dangerous. And the mafia just walks over to the car, pulls out both the guns, and just starts walking over to them. And they're like just yelling at him as he's just walking towards them with gun, nonchalant, not a problem in the world, cigarette at the edge of the mouth.
Mm.
And then they drive off like 100 yards, are clearly watching them across the bend. And he's like, yeah, fuck it. And then brings out lunch, brings out cigarettes, gives them like 8ths of vodka, and then sets up bottles, so they just start shooting. He's teaching them how to shoot these bottles. So they're just doing a firing range like a mile from the supposed labor camp.
Mm.
And he goes, it's probably good. Now we go check it out. And then they go to check it out afterwards. It's been abandoned. It's just, I was like, that country's fucking wild. I could go nuts there for a year if there just wasn't that, specter of death at the top. But that's the best description I think we can ever think of. Because and the more YouTube videos I see from there, the more I'm convinced. Like, the entire country of Russia is just like trailer park movies. Just, like, all the way.
Oh, Russians would fucking love, like, the middle class and poor people of, like, Florida or South Dakota or some shit. Like, I feel like we very much actually think similarly most of the time. Politics just gets in the way of us all being fucking weirdos together.
That.
And I like where they're in the chain.
Indeed.
So I assume we're live now. We said I had to try it.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely live.
Yeah.
Hey,
Greetings,
man,
everyone.
woo!
Hey, good to see
up?
you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and hello
Yeah,
pre-show for those of you patrons. Back to back. There's a life to that thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was the thing.
If by life you mean fucking insanity, but
I think we do.
Always.
Oh great.
that-
Then I brought some life to that.
There you
thing.
go.
I would almost say was the insanity was what Warhammer 3 was last night when Nate popped on and was watching me for a little while. And I'm like, I don't have any other quest objectives. I got one left to do.
Nice.
I'm just going to build everything up to max rank.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I've been a little busy sorting through Meeple's stuff. You may have noticed our profile is a little less fancy than usual due to this, but I hope to have it fixed up and redone by next stream.
I found out my one minor issue with the tendon in my hand is actually my entire left arm being thoroughly fucked up. We'll story on that in the pre-show. Patrons get that. So,
Oh yeah, you're
yeah, that.
Very worth it. Good see.
How are you functional?
I don't know.
Like,
I'm gonna go with two other
Fuck, man.
doctors on my final and say medical anomaly.
I would go with Flesh Golem reanimated by a necromancer with a sense of humor.
Look,
That sounds cooler.
all I'm saying is after she did all that physical therapy, I'm stunned there wasn't massive pain shooting up and down my entire left side because
That is kind of
the
what you
fact
think
I
of as
didn't
the
know
result.
that many tendons were screwed up is just bizarre.
This guy looks so odd. Go through a plastic surgery. I mean,
I'm younger, better looking Callahan.
until he shows up, and
It's
then
o-
we
it's
plunge him
okay.
over into the PJ chair.
We
That's
will,
not
we will
my
get
chair,
more-
though. That's Callahan's seat.
Look,
That's
with
old
it
man
one
Sped
more
Goggins.
week. I'm a busy man. I'm working as fast as I can.
And lazy, don't get lazy.
No, I can't really claim laziness. Much as I'd like to.
Indeed.
It's good break when you really need to relax. Also, hope all of you are being warmer because this week has been
Awful.
not a happy time to walk
It's
2 miles
it's
to work.
warmed up a little bit the last like 2 days, and I think they're talking it's supposed to the temperatures are supposed to tank again over the weekend. So it's like
Yes.
awesome.
I'll have some free days. Oh, we're going back to -1.
Pretty
Well,
much.
you can go fuck yourself,
Yep.
Iowa.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
that's pretty accurate.
Pretty much. Yeah, I have found myself actually rather enjoying Warhammer 3.
Oh, good.
And I know like absolutely nothing about the lore from that.
That's for the best.
Literally, the only reason I picked that up was because you and Ben were playing. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are playing a Total War series together, like tag team co-op campaign.
Yeah, man, they had that shit since fucking Shogun too.
The only Total War I have ever cared to play was the original, and when they was the original, and I didn't even really play that. I just watched my brother play it. Dude, I
Your
swear to
ideas are
God, Chris
intriguing
was
to
like
me,
a,
and I
was
wish
like
to
a
subscribe to your
Roman
newsletter.
general or some like master military strategist in ye ancient times. The amount of crap that he could do in that game with like a garrison of what basically should have amounted to peasants versus Hannibal himself. Oh look, town's under siege again. So I put my spearmen here in the breach in the wall because the AI's dumb.
Yeah, you
I
got
put my
like,
general here.
You
Oh,
got,
look.
like 2 decades of catching up on the mechanics.
Yeah, it's just like I'm gonna. Well, no, the mechanics aren't really that much different. You force
Hey,
it if you
Trinians.
force an enemy unit to route, that can spread
Thank
the
you for sub.
dismemberment or the dismemberment.
Thank
You want to
for the
spread
sub,
dismemberment
Cribs.
too.
Glad to have you on.
Yeah, thank you for that.
In answer to your question, Magic Moose Moo, Phil is stepping away from the group. He did do a YouTube video kind of explaining it, but
Yep.
the short version is he wanted to be able to give his family more time. So
Yeah.
And they hit that special age where all his kids are doing all the things and none of them have driver's license.
Yep. That.
It was the right decision. It's sad because we're all on good terms. But
Yeah.
It just
And
you choose family.
I miss seeing Phil every week.
I do too.
I don't miss his dice luck.
I do not. miss
That I
this,
definitely do not miss.
but I do
like
miss
on the
talking
days-
with person.
Yeah, like on the days when Callahan can't make it, it was just like, hey PG, you want to guest star today? Yeah, sure. What are we playing? A dice game? Why are you like this?
I miss Phil's.
What did I do to you to deserve this? What do you mean? Phil's gonna be here.
You don't have the years of beatings
I don't
etched
need it.
into your psyche.
So here's the thing.
The beatings
when
I suffered
Phil's
were
not
bad enough.
here, you are a massive fucking problem because you're not actively fighting against Phil.
Yeah, that.
I figure Shane is probably going to counterbalance that somewhat, but I don't know
Sometimes.
to what extent. Or if he's going to make it worse, which is possible.
Well, it depends. When Brayden claims that he is never a threat and I'm the only threat, are you both going to double team me?
No, I'm going to kill Braden because he's a liar.
I mean,
4 fucking years.
Valid point.
4 years.
Oh no! My personal vendetta against Braden's funny, and it all stems from one simple thing: miso soup.
I regret nothing.
Oh yeah, that was a troll movie.
And now,
What, 4 out of your hand? That was
fucking 5
Amazing.
goddamn soups in one match. 2 of them in a single round.
Why'd you give him all the miso?
Oh no.
Every
just
time.
doing it for fun.
Every
Like, it's
fucking
like,
time,
PJ's gonna
without
take a
fail.
miso. I could take this other card that'd be helpful to me, but I bet PJ's going to take a miso because it's the best one left in that hand.
Every fucking time without fail. Miso soup, miso soup. God damn
Oh, I
it.
lost that game and hard, but I made sure PJ lost it with me. Because that's what heroes
Such a
do.
dick. Such a
I did
dick.
not
Someday I do want to play him in a game of Lords of Waterdeep just to see how horribly outclassed I am. Not that I won't have fun with it, because it's a fun game, even if you win or lose.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you just decide to say, fuck it, I'm going to go see how deep into the corruption pit I can sink.
We found out that the way to beat Phil's dice luck is to introduce anything D&D related.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that? The man is a god at rolling dice, but when he gets into D&D, suddenly the dice is just like, nope, you're on your own.
And it's not even D&D exclusive. It's just throw him in an RPG.
Yeah.
And it's just funny. I have never seen
I greatly
someone
enjoy
botch
it.
so many rolls in Over the Edge back to back to back.
And the DM will.
Double threes. Double threes.
Yeah, they do like.
Hey, I got a 4 with a
double
3.
threes
Yeah,
and-
reroll
It
that
was
4.
insane.
And they did
Three.
like three ones in a row.
He had so many chances to
Yeah.
get out of getting turbo
I
fucked.
kept
And
giving
he
him
just
more
couldn't
Why to
chances.
give them
Yeah.
to him?
Yeah.
How
I was
could he
shoveling
take
them over to him, and he just kept making it worse.
It's
like I would
the
shovel-
darndest thing.
It's like I would shovel him a shovel full of blessings,
Mhm.
and he would swat them aside, grab the shovel out of my hand, and start digging underneath his feet.
Yep, yep,
It
yep.
was
Every time.
wild. Absolutely wild.
Entertaining as fuck.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Dice games that are not RPGs with Phil at the table. I did not need years of trauma of getting my teeth kicked in. I needed like literally 2 times.
Yeah.
Once just to see the anomaly and twice to confirm that it sucked.
Look, we
And at that point, it's just like, nope, dogpiling on Phil. Don't care if I lose. I'm taking him down with
we
me.
described how I had the 2 perfect city setups in Catan, and Phil beat me without a city with 12s and 2s.
Yep.
Without ever beating him, Rachel instantly said, "Fuck Phil." I was like, "Thank you. You get the
You get
picture."
it.
Yes.
What is it with Catan at our table? 2s and 12s come up
There's always one.
way too much.
It's always one. You don't know which.
And
And
it-
sometimes midway through the game, it'll switch.
Yeah. But a 1 in 36 chance odds of that happening. I'm sorry, not at our table. That's
Look.
more like a 1 in 8.
And it's not the dice because this happens to
No.
us in the digital Catan too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the dice.
When I did the
It's just our table.
during Ben's campaign, when I tried to figure out the odds for
Hey,
what
Sindeth,
was it,
welcome
6
in.
crit fails in a row on a D100 or 7,
Wasn't it like 1 in like
I had to
400
stop
billion?
because it got to 1 in 4 billion.
That's what it was.
And then I couldn't take that times 1 in 100 again.
The calculator literally would not go that far
The
down.
laws of math have no place at this table.
Yeah.
Not while I'm here.
I can attest to that because we were playing Lancer a couple weeks ago, and we were rolling for our loot.
Which
at the end
I
of
missed out
the,
on that because I was feeling like
session.
trash.
And we were rolling on a D20 for our perk.
Yeah.
I literally rolled the same perk as someone else on a D20 4 times in a row before Eric got annoyed and went, "You're getting this. It's better than everything else because I hate you."
Glorious.
Task failed successfully?
That was kind of my thing because it's like, I got James's number, I got Callahan's number, I got
Yeah.
James's number again.
I
They go upwards. The Callahan method.
Yeah. Wait,
And I
does
made
that,
Eric so mad, he just gave me
wait,
the
hang on.
unlimited
Does that
item.
mean that I've got to roll for it too, or no? Because I wasn't there.
I guess he'll get you taken care of at the starting next.
Fair enough. Look, we're at license level 2. I have my mech. It's the Mark 1 World Killer Genghis, and Eric completely approved of the mech name right away. I named it Geneva Suggestion.
That is a good name.
It's even funnier because it's a Harrison Armory mech, and it was literally a Geneva Suggestion when it was first deployed to that planet.
I mean, when your job is setting everything
Oxy,
and
you
yourself
work
on
on
fire.
recovering. Feel better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for stopping.
yeah. Get some rest, Oxy. It was good to see you.
Too many people.
Take
being
care.
sick.
Keep your lurking. You're
what-
good.
What's up with that? Like this, the
I mean,
beginning of
it's-
this year just sucked for illness. Like
It
the
is
cold
that
was
time of
running
year.
around down there, like all over the place. Everybody freaking had it.
I'm actually not surprised I haven't gotten sick more considering how often I've been down at the gym.
Knock on wood.
I mean, I
Hey,
think
that's
something might have
like-
just gone through there because I didn't go on Wednesday, but Lexi did. Again, when we figure out how fucked up my left arm was, I was like, I should just not for today.
Probably not.
I probably shouldn't tomorrow either. I'm going to. So anyway, but again, yeah. And she said there were only 10 people down at the gym, which it's way down.
Yeah, it tracks.
There were 45 at one point. That downtown gym, I don't know. This is a slight exaggeration, but not by much. I'm not sure it's fire code approved for 45 people in that space.
It's not illness over here. Oh. Well, I hope you get the feeling better regardless, Oxy. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, seasonal mood disorder sucks too.
Yeah.
But you know what doesn't suck? Videos of Russians in mascot costumes beating up a road rage.
I really need to watch that.
Oh,
That sounds fucking hilarious.
It's a
You do.
treat.
It's so good.
I bring it up at least once a year. I'll send you the link.
Just throw it in our
What's-
Discord.
yeah,
It's been long enough.
Yeah, Katie was having a bad day a few days ago, so I was like, well, do you want to see a road rager get beat up by a bunch of people in cartoon character costumes? And then, in all caps, you really have to fucking ask. And here's the link, because I already had it.
There was one where it was, I can't remember what the heck it was, but this dude stole a car, and it was Russia.
Of course it was.
Dude
Yes.
stole a car and took off. I can't remember what was it. Gas that they sent that to. Whoever did the sound edit on it was like amazing because they made it sound like it was coming from the car. So it shifts to like different like security cameras, and you hear it like faint in the distance, and then the car comes into view, and it's like blaring like dubstepping, and he's like going through like an airport or some shit like that, like some train station. And it takes the cops like forever. They're trying to chase this guy down on foot. I'm like,
You could say
Just get in the
anything
car.
to a Eurobeat, and it's instantly like 3 times more entertaining.
But when you apply the Doppler effect, it becomes
this dude added the Doppler effect. Like it was that was impressive. It was funny as shit too. Like they finally catch the guy, and I think it ended up what the heck was it? It was like I think they ended with the Grand Theft Auto thing where it like and it just says busted
no.
at the tail end because he runs the car into some like concrete side rail or something. It just won't go any further, and the cops finally manage to get up to him and like pull him out of the car. It's funny.
The number of times in GTA 5 that I have just started shit and then just decided I'm gonna continue to do shit in the dumbest vehicle possible.
My jam was San Andreas. I put in the cheat for the Harrier jet, and I just fuck around along top Area 52.
I maintain that you haven't lived until you've started an all-out war with the cops in a city bus.
How do you do that?
It's so good.
It's so good because you have a bunch of hostages already.
Not only that,
I've never played GTA 5.
they can try to ram you. It's not going to
Yeah,
work.
the bus
Yeah,
is
'cause you're in a
basically
bus.
just like, that's cute.
Hey, find the right place where you can ram. You can speed that thing.
Aren't there like special places you can go in GTA 5 to get like stupid long jumps that give you
Oh,
like trick
Yeah,
points?
it would not shock me.
They know what the users want.
Wouldn't suggest it.
How do you design that into a map though?
Okay,
Like,
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Kronos, thank you.
What Kronos say?
Not freaking say on starting shit with the cops in the dumbest possible vehicle. My other favorite is farm tractors.
I do remember in San Andreas, it wasn't.
Sometimes you could get them in like Los Santos, the starting one, but it wasn't until you got over to I can't remember what the second one was, but there was like farm country there, so you could actually go out and hijack a combine.
No.
And some people would take it into gang wars, and they would charge down the charging gang members and just
Thresh them.
that. And it was even funnier
Wonderful.
because like the bloody guts and whatnot like came out the spout, like the grain spout, and I'm like,
Actually
I am
programmed
not
okay,
the pleasure
I-
of using a bulldozer.
Having-
I feel cheap.
having grown up on a farm, that's technically inaccurate, but also technically kind of accurate.
I would set that to Benny Hill music about
Yeah, right. It's just like that's the easiest way to win a game. Or it's just like, oh, they're charging. I mean, if you can run them over with the combine with the giant beanhead before their gunfire can actually start your combine on fire, it's the easiest territory win in that game. Mulched. Okay, next.
Tracks.
Mulched. Hey, look at that. Territory's mine now. I do remember there was one spot in Los Santos.
Someone should make a mod you can customize your own vehicles, so you should make like a yacht on a trailer. Then you could really fuck around. with that vehicle with the
I
cops.
have a mighty need.
Yeah, driving like this trailer at 5 miles per hour with your yacht on it as the cops trying to stop you.
I mean,
Wait, you can hijack a bulldozer in 5?
Apparently,
What?
I haven't had the pleasure.
have you not hijacked a bulldozer in there?
No,
They're so good though.
I believe you. That's why I feel cheated.
Having the mod would be kind of cool, especially with the bulldozer.
I mean, there is in fact a yacht on a truck in GTA 5. I'm sure somebody's got a mod where you could just drive that.
Isn't that the one on the back of the semi?
That's what you need to do with a group
Operators
thing,
empty to
where a bunch
stop
of
you,
people
but
jump
just
into the
themselves
yacht,
into your
and jump
bulldozer
in the truck.
bucket. Receipts to then get squished as you lift them up and meet them over your head.
Well,
Amazing. I have no notes.
The best GTA video I've ever seen though was the meme, the plick, where he's just speeding around town on a piano.
Yeah.
He's shooting his Glock.
Yeah.
That does seem like my kind of entertainment.
It is one of the internet's most ancient treasures. It's hilarious.
I miss Newgrounds. I mean,
They
I
still
know it still
exist.
exists.
It does still
It's
exist.
not the cultural
It-
focus point it was in the early 2000s.
No, but I'm glad that it still exists because you can
It
still
still
go
exists.
back and
Yes.
relive all that.
And it is still being used, and new stuff still comes out on it every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
It's not it's not like you said. It's not a central nexus anymore on the internet.
Unfairness, YouTube kind of
Yeah.
sideswiped them.
It just kind of feels like the like an archive of the old Smithsonian. It's like the old Smithsonian on the internet, just where all the stuff came out, and then
well,
Talking about archive blast of the past, I decided to look up the evolution of dance, the first one a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
That was a blast from the past. Jason Lilapi, or is it Jordan? So his name starts with a J.
I mean, the thing I will remember Newgrounds fondly is it's the home of where the Madness series wound
Yeah.
up. Like, I found it before it wound up there, but that series was so fucking good.
McFret and
and Happy Tree Friends.
that too.
Yeah.
Happy Tree Friends.
Like people were gonna how old that was.
I went
old.
I went
Yeah.
to Newground for
I
some
was
of the
at
their
home.
Java,
What is this?
their Java and their Flash games.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they
Flash.
had some fun ones in there.
Combat Instinct. I love the Combat Instinct series.
What really annoyed you though is when you found a Flash game, like the first 2 or 3 levels were amazing, and then the person clearly stopped developing it at level 4.
Yep.
Because I found a bunch of zombie games like that where it's like, you fucker, just
Tamale
come
Loco.
on, Come on.
mm,
They got bored.
Anyway, do we have any Tia Callahan?
I'm a cow. Can't you see, Tribbles?
No, I might hit my phone on me because I
What?
had to unlock.
What are you looking for?
to
I was
see if
gonna look
Callahan
at
Oh.
my
sent us
Discord
the-
to see if Callahan told us whether he was running late, or whether he forgot Thursday exists.
Gonna be a little late. Call is going wrong. On my way at 7 at now.
Okay, cool.
So he is en route.
Ooh, can I do Callahan at the job? Because of how much crap we give each other about it.
Yes,
Sure.
obviously.
Awesome. Well, I'm amazing at my job. Oh my god, the calls are always going wrong. Oh!
Yeah,
Thought he said he was amazing at his job.
He does. And the calls are always going wrong.
Clearly not amazing.
Surrounding GTA 5 since it came out. I wish I could remember all the insane stuff that you guys did over the years. Cows with guns? Cow can't you see? That sounds familiar, Tribs.
We need to get that group game.
Speaking of cow costumes in video games, has anybody in chat played the original God of War on PS2?
No, I've watched someone play through chunks of it.
So it took me forever and a lot of rage quits in order to finally complete the challenge of the gods on that. It was 10 levels with some of the hardest freaking challenges you can do in a video game.
Yeah, and back then,
But the
God didn't play.
Yeah, but the reward was you could unlock alternate costumes, and one of them was literally called the Dairy Bastard. Kratos was, dressed up in a cow costume, udders and all, and instead of the Blades of Chaos, it was the Milk Jugs of Chaos. Your melee abilities and powers were complete trash, but it gave you one specific boost. You had infinite magic while wearing that costume. So you could literally just run through the entire game on the hardest difficulty setting and just spam Poseidon's Rage just to kill everything. Even most bosses, you just sit there and spam it, because while you're in Poseidon's Rage, you're invincible.
No.
Nothing can hurt you.
Okay.
It was funny. My save file got corrupted. I was so pissed. I was like, nope, not trying that again. I'm lucky I got it through the first time. I'm not dealing with it. That was some of the hardest challenge stuff I've ever done in any video games. That was before like hyper strong, hyper tough challenges had like achievements and stuff where you could brag to your friends
Dead
about it.
Rising on Xbox 360 didn't get enough credit. Like, I know it's popular, but to me it feels like the first zombie game that really got the zombie genre. Like,
Dead Rising, that sounds
the
familiar.
whole point was you could kill zombies however you wanted in masses, with every weird costume or vehicle or anything you could pick up in the mall.
Okay. Yeah, I could get behind that.
That sounds like something we do.
Dead Rising
IRL.
was fucking insane on a technical level at the time.
Yes.
You could literally use any
Every-
of the items that
Yeah.
you found.
I don't even want to think of the coding
all
of
have,
the
like,
page.
custom
2008, you could pick up a house plant and it had
And
hit
chuck it
points,
at
and
somebody.
you could beat the zombies in the head.
In,
don't
in
even-
Dead Rising, could you combine stuff to make new weapons, or did that only come up in 2?
That was in 2. You couldn't combine, but you could like pick up a broom and then beat the zombie or stab.
Yeah.
You could spear it or you could whack it.
That was fucking crazy.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of in-depth.
And of course, you
game.
had guns.
2008.
My favorite was that when you had the area in between, like the two buildings, like the mall had a kind of open area. There was a industrial lawnmower, and man, the blood and guts graphics they had for back then was beyond impressive. And you got bonuses for like chaining 50 or 75 zombie kills in a row.
What? Okay,
I'm
what
sure
you guys?
today it'd look like just a bunch of squares and pixels.
Yeah,
but
but
at
back then,
at
Yeah.
the time, I'm sure it looked more real than fucking life.
Okay, quick question for you guys on the zombie thing.
Yeah.
There was a zombie game on the 360 where it was like co-op. I think you could have up to 4 people, but you were trying to make it to an extraction zone.
Left 4 Dead.
Was that what it was with
Yeah,
the
it
with
was
the
100%.
ropers and with the
Yeah.
mutants that would like tongue you and like yank you back
Yep,
into the
yep.
horde?
Yeah.
Okay.
Left 4 Dead.
That's the first time we played in Florida, and I know they're not watching, but Matt and Joe, you fucking traitors! We won the level. We were there. And you know what they did? They had just wait 2 seconds because I covered their backs. They took off in the helicopter. I wasn't surrounded.
They probably thought it was funny.
But you know what happened that game? The moment the helicopter moved up, you couldn't jump on it. So I was just standing there and they watched me get swarmed.
It
That's
started
funny.
going, and
Fucking
if you were
prick.
left
In
behind,
fairness, we've all, I think, been through that. If you've played Left 4 Dead, you've had at least one experience where
I wasn't even the one who kept setting off the fucking screamers. It was goddamn Joe. He got to go to the helicopter.
got to is sounding like a strong word. It sounds like he took his opportunity.
One of my
Doesn't sound
one of
bad.
my favorite co-op tag team games has got to be Army of Two.
it's a solid.
I had a ton of fun playing with that with my brother when he had it on his 360. That was a lot of fun playing that. And then I wasn't even really that big into playing the Assassin's Creed series. I just like sitting there watching and play it on the console. Like that was just hilarious.
It's a good series.
It is.
I just wish someone would make a modern version of Spy vs. Spy.
Dark Tide in the real world. Yeah,
Like,
Dark Tide before Dark Tide.
it was entertaining, but it was so basic you could quickly.
Yes,
kind of
thank you,
stalemate.
Trident.
Left 4
But-
Dead is basically Dark Tide in the real. Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
Trident brings up a good one, which is a blast from my past. Zombies Ate My Neighbors co-op.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Somebody's ate my neighbors. Why does
Way
that
back
sound
then.
familiar?
It's on Super Nintendo.
Yes, it is.
I streamed it a couple years back, and that stream is me literally panic screaming as I get farther in that game than I ever have before, and I'm just flailing and screaming my way through levels.
Do you have it on your?
Yeah, I have
Is
the
it-
cartridge.
Is it co-op?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I would totally be down to try playing that sometime.
we could totally make that happen. Because
That sounds fun as
it
shit.
is exactly as fun as it fucking sounds.
Chat, I mostly want to see it. I just mostly want to do it to see if he'll scream like that again. Cause
Oh
it'd be
god,
funny
yes.
as fuck.
I know nothing other than panic in that game.
Trident is all on board with that.
Yeah, that is 100% something that can be accommodated. After I fulfill a promise specifically to Trident, and that is to get through playing Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door on the GameCube, which I am finally, I think, almost set up for. Built the overlay for it last night. I've just got to test the capture card out and make sure I've got everything.
Paper Mario and the
Nice.
1,000-Year Door?
Yep, it's the second Paper Mario game, because the first one was on N64.
My favorite paper game is
remember that.
Echoes of the Plum Grove. It's a cozy game where you can poison the witch in the village. And by witch, I mean not the literal witch. She's the one who sells you the poison pie recipe.
Yeah.
Just the
Oh,
like
yeah, that
super
could just be a
Puritan
video
woman who
idea.
wants you to insult everyone.
That's funny.
I didn't think it would work. And then her funeral was the next day.
Very unfortunate for her.
So yeah, don't you worry, Trident. That is one of the things I am working toward getting up and going. And yes, that would make a perfect YouTube video. Is PJ and I co-oping for a YouTube video, and Nathan just cutting to the most interesting points of me flailing and screaming. We could totally make that
Oh,
happen.
that would make such a good company.
That's gonna be so much fun to do.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of the good co-op games from the olden times kicking around. Like we could do like GoldenEye co-op, or Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark co-op would be up my alley. I am one of those ones where I did not enjoy GoldenEye, mostly because my only memories of that game were playing with some of my friends, and it was always fucking free for all deathmatch, and I was terrible at it. And it's just like, oh look, I got the golden gun,
I mean, that's why we would play.
and they're all
the
dead, and it's just like,
campaign
what the fuck?
Yeah.
and not multiplayer.
Perfect Dark. We always did. My cousin and I always did. It was no, not my cousin. Chris.
Favorite all
Two of us versus like a bunch of Sims.
from gaming
Out of
ever
curiosity, did you
comes
guys
from
ever
007
play
GoldenEye.
Wasabi? We have
Right,
not
you were telling
streamed
me
it.
about the noob tube skill where they banned the grenade launcher
If I
before the
remember,
grenade
keep
launcher was
opening it
actually
up.
called a
It is
noob
on the
tube.
list.
Well,
Ox.
both are funny, but my favorite memory is we're doing the 4-player
We
co-op
need to break that
because
out
we're at
for
the
stream
same
for
TV.
sure.
So
Yeah.
we're doing 2-on-2 my freshman year. And that place has the one section
I'm
where you
pretty
just
sure
kind of
PJ's
overhang and you kind of shoot anyone who runs by. And so I ran up behind the person, and they all loved RCP-90s, which I never got because a shotgun was clearly the superior weapon in that group.
The RCP-90 was good because it had better control at long range.
Yeah, great. I could snipe with a shotgun. I don't care.
We
So I ran up behind like the opponent, and I just put the aim button so it shows you that big red mark. I just stood there, and stood there, and stood there, and my partner just started laughing because he realized what was going on.
That's funny.
And then his partner just started laughing because he realized what was going on. What? What's so funny? Looking at all the screens, sees the back of his head with a big red band. And so on both screens, we're watching on mine and his as he's turning around. So you're seeing it simultaneously. And as soon as I saw the edge of his face,
Hello.
one shot. You motherfucker.
Beautiful.
It just
That reminds me a lot of-
good.
that
So
reminds
it
me a
took
lot
like
of-
10 seconds to realize what happened, and then just seeing it on both screens, so you saw like both angles of it.
That reminds me of the Battlefield 3 compilations with the Trollolo song, and some guy just flying around in a jet, and he'd bail out, and he'd parachute down to the top of this giant building where a bunch of enemy players were sniping at people, and he'd walk up behind him, and they weren't paying attention, so he's just like tossing C4, and he just like walks back,
Yep, just
and
goes down the line.
yeah, he'd just be sitting there, and then you'd see him pull up the PS2 message, and he's just like, he'd send the guy a message, just like, "Do you like C4?" Sends it, and then just waits.
Where's that
sees the
called?
message, gets responded, and he clicks the clacker, it blows him up, and they respond back as they're responding back. Just as it explodes, he gets a little question mark in response over PS Network.
Hello, Callahan. Welcome.
Hello.
Indeed. We've been reminiscing about gaming moments of yesteryear.
And the problem is, what the other game I have a bunch of good memories of, I don't know the name of it. I just know it was on GameCube. And there was like one setting where you could make all the NPC enemies ducks, which was great because you would like flamethrower them and they would quack while on fire. And I have no idea, it was a Nintendo GameCube one. But I remember because I could snipe people from across this giant map when they were and it took them forever to figure out something. It was so far away, like even with a sniper rifle, it just looked like a speck.
Thank you, Trims.
And even for me, you would just see the speck going across the screen, and then you would see the speck separate, and the figure would fall like this while the jetpack just kept going in there.
Are we talking about Halo?
No.
No, something else.
No, this was GameCube.
Watching streamers who have never played Halo before go back and play the original
And I
one.
just remember
Come across the flood
it was
the
funny.
first time.
Because it was funny because the maps were so fucking huge. Like when I separated them from the jetpack, it took 10 seconds for them to fall to the ground and die.
Yeah.
So you could see on their
That's
screen,
hilarious.
you were watching. Like it just took forever. And in the sky, their jetpack just kept going.
As I say, Eric probably knows the name of that game because
He
I
probably
played it
does.
with him. I remember this game.
But yeah, I figured out the timing to snipe the jetpacks off their backs as they were flying. And I
Yeah.
had no chance of winning. I wasn't good enough. But that was the best troll because I did 5 or 6 before. God damn, my jetpack just came off. I fell. This game is glitching. And like the 6th time, Shane, yeah? Who'd you just snipe? No one. And then just one of the other players just kind of looked over at me as on his screen you just see the ground coming up. Like, well, it was fun while it lasted. And they murdered the shit out of me.
Y'all fucking bet they did.
Kronos, my fondest gaming memories were the nights high school buddies would stay the night at the camper at one of their parents' house and play Halo, Gears of War, and Battlefront 2 all night. Yeah,
Solid.
play Halo with high school friends was fun.
I invented Gamer's Thumb with Contra.
We had at my place we would get like multiple TVs and Xboxes set up for LAN parties.
LAN parties.
So good.
Kids nowadays will never understand the allure of LAN
It's
parties.
coming back.
It is.
LAN parties are a thing.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's surprising,
So-
given how lazy the online ability to just group up with people over like voice over IP has gotten, and how popular that
It's
is.
Well, that's the
not
thing.
just, but that they
Mostly
want the
AAA stuff.
and they want the
the in-
in-person stuff.
Indie games,
indie
indie
games
gamers
are
are going back to LAN parties.
And
that's
indie games
fine.
are getting really fucking good.
For a while, people were building portable gaming PCs and having as much into it as they
Oh
could.
yeah, I remember when
They just haul
Dude,
those around.
I remember when Falcon Northwest first introduced the first like portable PC I've ever seen with a built-in handle and everything. They called it the Frag Box, and I'm like, I want one of those. It was a PC, and it was one of the most powerful ones that anybody had ever built, and it was expensive, but it was like the size of a shoebox.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, the sheer number of hours I put into Smash Brothers on the GameCube, and I had a healthy number on the N64 before it.
I didn't do a whole lot of online gaming until World of Warcraft, but I'm one of the guys. I joined up like towards the tail end of patch 1.7. I still remember I was level 55 when the Scourge Invasion patch of 1.11 came out. Alaria server, world first, ending the Scourge Invasion and unlocking the ability to get into Naxxramas for the end game before Burning Crusade came out. I was running around the Eastern Plaguelands frantically helping Alliance and Horde. Nobody was PvPing. Everybody was too focused on killing the undead because it was literally a race to see who would get it unlocked first. Alaria's server managed it. I was part of that. That was fun.
Yeah, I think I was late to the online gaming thing too. Like I played a little bit of the original Guild Wars, and then I jumped into Guild Wars 2 after that, and I played it pretty hardcore for a little bit, and stopped. And every few years or so, I'll dust it off and play for a while, kind of catch back up, get all the pretty stuff, and then let it just go back into dormancy.
I never should have gotten rid of my PS2. I had
never
all of my
played
Ratchet and
World of
Clank games.
Warcraft, but I did watch 3 people fail out of grad school
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was crazy.
It was
nuts.
nuts.
And the guy
In
gave me, he was just like,
2005.
he's like, here's the CD.
I got
It's
to see
got,
it
it's got like
firsthand.
free, it's got
Yeah.
like free hours on it. And I was just like, I don't know, dude. I know my addictive nature with video games, and you're putting 60 hours a week in this thing. I don't see how
I was
you
in
can.
grad school and I watched a quarter of the undergrads not come back in spring.
Yep.
And the same thing happened at Buena Vista with my brother. He's like, yeah, like a third of college didn't come back. Like, it was crazy
Yeah.
how many people got derailed.
They got horribly derailed by that.
Much.
Me, I didn't have a choice. I was going to class, and I also had a steady job that I was holding down to help pay my part of the bills. That was part of the agreement with my parents. So
Yeah, that
Dibs
was,
on red.
that was a whole thing.
late night raiding in Naxxramas during Wrath of the Lich King. 25-man raid. We cleared the plague wing. We started into the abomination wing. I don't remember much past the patchwork fight. Over half the raid was like at least 3 sheets to the wind, blitzed. Our raid leader was on like his third pot of coffee that night. I woke up the next morning and I'm like, I don't really remember about what happened. And thank God I have the day off from work because oh my God, my head. And that was when I was in my early 20s, and I'm like, because that was bad. My other buddy Nate. I don't know if you guys met Nate Finn. He had gone through like I think an entire bottle of what the heck was he drinking that night? I think it might have been vodka. He was doing screwdrivers all night. I logged back on and they're like, "Hey, great job last night. Can't believe we downed God, what the hell is this? Thaddeus. Can't believe we downed Thaddeus." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" "Yeah, we cleared out the abomination wing too." Bro, I don't even remember killing Patchwork, and you're telling me we cleared to the last boss, Thaddeus, and got through Gluth and Globulus too? Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say. I hopped in. I just like, I'm gonna go check for myself. I flew to Naxxramas, went into the raid, switched it to 25-man mode, hopped in. Sure enough. Plague wing was cleared. Abomination wing was cleared. Apparently we started into the fucking Death Knight wing too. And I'm like, how did we cleared Vesuvius too? I don't remember this.
Drunk
Sounds like
raid.
maybe
Drunk
that-
raiding was so much fun.
That sounds like maybe there were good reasons for
It
you
was
not to remember that.
it was so much fun. I don't know what the heck it was, but we were on a ball that night. Somehow we got on ball. The good old days. That was back when you still had to look for a group in the capital city. Dungeon Finder came out towards the tail end of Wrath of the Lich King. Before that came out, the looking for group option, you had to find your own group, get them together, and you all had to fly to the instance, or you had to have at least 2 people to fly to the instance to summon the rest using the stones.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. Chez Dork.
Yes.
Ready
We're
to get
playing
going?
Chez
I think
Dork.
we're ready to go.
I've played Chez Geek before. That was a lot of fun. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work. Who are you? Who is going to be what? We've got 4 sort of normies. We've got Bill, who is a hyper dork. He's got 2 obsessions, miniatures, and Warhamster. And then Carson doesn't really have any permanent obsessions because, according to the rules, and I quote, Carson's a little weird.
Sounds like Carson.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do you have any beanies or anything for money?
Oh, right. We might need to.
So I was giving that some thought while I was leafing through the rules. PJ, behind you on the shelf above Pitch Car, there should be a copy of Monopoly for Sore Losers, and I was going to just poach the dollars from that.
Monopoly for sore losers?
Excellent idea.
Pitch.
Yeah.
At some point, I'd like to play this too because I am
very much a sore loser at Monopoly.
Most are. Alright.
Oh wow, I don't even think this has ever been.
It's not been played.
Wonderful. We get to cannibalize it even before it's truly born.
And since we only need $10,
That's not true. You get $30 each round.
Yeah, you get $30 each round.
Okay. So we'll get out the 20s too.
Yes.
I mean, you may want 5s or 1s.
Yeah, you can do
There's a reason I thought of grabbing that, because we're going to want a lot of the currency.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna need 50s and I'll
You can
just
hand me the sample.
I'm going to say we may want it just for count.
You can hold on to them, but they're not going to count for anything when they're in your custody.
Obviously, they're monies.
No, it's not. It doesn't count for anything with you.
And it's the Rich and I both that we eat him.
That.
You know what? I
I did.
accept this.
I will be flavored like bacon.
I third.
So,
Oh,
You're just
second day again.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's do it.
I
The
would.
motion carries.
I went to go eat Midnight Smoker today. And big move.
5.
They're getting a new location.
Yep.
I walked up there. I was like, "So you guys just what? You don't have
Yeah,
pulled
I wouldn't
pork
put the money on
anymore?" And they're like,
camera.
"Oh,
We're
we're
gonna
not
have
Midnight
stuff to
Smoker."
display.
Oh,
They're like, "We were the bakery next door,
Oh.
and we just moved into this space." And I was like, "Do you have any like hot food or anything like that?" And they're like, "Oh,
20.
my husband's from Louisiana, so
and just
we
in
will be
case,
having a full
we'll
Cajun
get the 50s.
like menu, but for right now we have red beans and rice." And I was just like, "I will take that." She's like, "I can give you a sample if you want." I was like, "Sure." And she put out the bowl, and it was exactly what you would want. It's got the sauce on it, big chunk of sausage in there, beans on rice. I was like, "I would like to place an order," and I did it before I was before I even had it. And I was like, "Sure." The smell hit me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat that."
Fair enough.
A
So.
plus. No notes.
Do we want to?
It was delicious.
No, I
Do we want to
pick.
roll or do we want to pick?
I can pick.
So we got miniatures and Warhamster.
Well, who gets to pick first?
Well, Shane
Yeah.
wanted to play it, so Shane
That is
can
true.
pick
So
first.
Shane, you go ahead and pick first. Who are you gonna run?
You think I look like a gospel?
I think you
Honestly, for you, I'd kind of go Ken, because how big is your Steam trove?
You know, he raises a value.
Value buying.
I've been.
That's funny.
Now. How big is your Steam?
Yes.
It was 357 before the last sale.
That.
Oh, that's nothing at all. It's a lot. What are you giving up shit about?
Nothing. I find it funny. I'd ask what your most played game is, but I already know that. What's your second most
No,
played
you
game?
don't.
Stardew Valley? That's not your most played game?
That's number 3.
What have you
20
played?
hours.
What have you played more than Stardew Valley?
Yes.
I have no idea. Wait, is Vampire Survivors one of them?
I do have it. But
All right, so you
who's
pick
gonna
that.
play 1,800 hours?
All right, so
I like
There
the
are some
game.
people that are out there.
I'm sure someone has. It's got a catastrophically massive amount of content. I don't think it has 1,800 hours of content.
I'll go ahead and take your friendo there, and we'll.
Vintage, the game master. Matt knows he wants his stuff. Who wants his stuff? He can always discard any stuff card he has to play. He gets printed value instantly.
Oh,
You know?
Oh, they have abilities.
Yeah,
they have abilities on the
Yeah.
back of the cards. So
Cannot bid against Skilly or play any bad cards on her. It's just
Maybe
a
I do
golf
want
person.
to.
He's just.
I have a feeling we're gonna have to reference that quite a bit.
Probably.
yeah, you're gonna want to lay that flat.
Yeah.
There you go. It's upside down.
You're upside down.
There you go. All right, so Shane is picked. Callahan, go ahead. We'll just go clockwise. I'll pick last.
Do I get to know what their abilities are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of
Card
course.
seems my most favorable. Let's see.
You were all pansies. I picked without looking.
That's what I'm planning on doing.
Look, I'm gonna get to pick from 2,
Yeah, but they're idiots. They're going to give you Gilly.
probably.
No, I'm thinking about Gilly, actually.
No offense. Wasn't looking at you like the idiot's comment. I'm just used to the other.
Fair enough. I do get that I'm
Cannot
kind of
bid
in the middle
against
of
Matt or
everybody.
play any bad cards on him. So it goes back to you, basically.
So the goth and the RPG person have an uneasy alliance.
Because we're gonna want to be able to display what we've got for stuff.
I like Carson just because he's cute, but I'm gonna pass on to take Gilly.
Or punk.
Gilly's ability, her advantage is perkiness. Anytime someone plays a bad card on Gilly, she may smile and discard 1 card from her hand and cancel the unwanted card. Disadvantage. She cannot bid against a match or play any bad cards.
So we're just gonna have stuff there, and it'll kind of work out toward that way, and we'll.
How many obsessions can you have? You get
Two,
you have your permanent
unless
one,
you
and then
are a person who gets free.
I'm not lying. I'm kind of
think there's
terrified
one
about
that
Dark
gets-
Side end up like his
You can
joints
get
after
temporary
those, like,
obsessions,
I mean, probably.
unless you are, I believe, Billy, which you
I do like computer games, but I feel that, and this is probably going to shoot me in the foot, but I'm going to do it anyway. I feel that with my recent foray into Warhammer 3, I'm going to take Bill and have my obsessions with miniatures and Warhamster.
Yes, bird your
The
money.
important thing for Bill that I remember, because he specifically mentioned
He has
here,
2 permanent obsessions,
and cannot
but
have temporary.
he cannot have temporary ones. So anybody that tries to throw a temporary one on me or is played by me, it gets discarded.
Yeah, nothing. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm
Which
going with
Can come back to
Igor.
shoot me in the foot, but it can also be a nice defense.
Ooh, Igor can take the top discard and put it in his hand at any time, but has to discard 2 cards from his hand after doing so.
That's not so good.
If an item fitting both of his current obsessions comes up, Igor must have it. He must bid and stay in the bidding until all his cash is committed. That is potentially unfortunate.
That is so your type of character.
What are your obsessions? So, because that can be used.
His
Main
his
obsession is anime. We'll see
if you
what
get
else.
what the
if
temporary
he gets
one
a
is.
bunch of money, you can just put out any option and just go, I'm gonna take all.
Yeah,
of
you
that."
could just bid up as much money as you have, and I'll have to match and go beyond.
at
Well,
minimum
no, you
minimum
can't bid on
match.
your own option, but everybody else can fuck you over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Interesting. So
This
I'm
group, we never have something
Or they might not though, because depending on who does it, they might hate them.
I'm taking Ken. His advantage is that he has a real job. If Ken does not buy any extra cards after he draws, he may discard 1 or 2 cards from his hand and take $10 each.
You gotta put your green marker on it, buddy.
Pick your
Green.
marker. Are you green or are you
Green,
red?
green.
Glorious.
So Carson with no permanent obsession is the weirdo who's left out.
Yep.
Carson's a weirdo.
He's a little weird. He's a little strange.
Look, I didn't look at the abilities. I just picked one.
Yeah, I went with Bill, so it's probably gonna come back to shoot me.
All right.
Okay, with
So-
PJ Callahan being the weird
Each
one.
player
who
will need
actually
table space for the
picked.
cards representing his stuff.
I mean, I
We've
looked at
got
Carson's
in
and
front
I
of
just
our
chose
little
him.
markers.
Yeah, exactly. You did.
We've got plenty of markers for our money.
Mhm.
Card values are all in multiples of 10, but when you start trading among yourselves, you may, for instance, ask $11 for a $10 item. Please, though, no bidding in game pennies. Keep it in dollars.
I'll
Distribute.
give you 2 cents to change that rule.
No. Distribute the character stand-ups any way you like. The dealer then shuffles the cards and deals 5 face down to each player. The rest of the cards will go in the middle of the table. You'll draw from these, put the discards beside the deck. If you run out of cards, reshuffle the discards. Player
Great.
to the left of the dealer goes first, but we're obviously going to roll search onkers, and play will go clockwise.
Well, I already shuffled beforehand, so
Well, yeah, you might as well deal, but I mean, for who goes first, we'll roll search onkers.
I goes first. Traditionally,
Sure,
We're going first, Jeff.
I'll allow it.
Well, that's a 9.
I got a 9. Not likely me.
Fantastic.
Would be real funny
I
if it was.
approve this
though.
message.
It would be.
It would be.
It's not. 63.
So close to being nice.
do we start off with money?
At the beginning of the round, I think it was.
No.
Start a turn, everybody gets.
At the start of turn, you'll get money. So,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. Yeah.
well, at least I beat Callahan.
You did. 93.
You got
I think I
93.
know who's probably going first.
No, it could be anybody's game.
43.
Nope, not me.
In a weird twist of irony, the player to the left of the dealer is in fact going first.
Huh.
All right, well,
Right.
everybody take your cards, because
Oh, right.
we only have to care about displaying the stuff that's
Raiden?
our stuff.
Nathan?
And
All right,
Mm.
so Since Nathan is going first, I will just go through the phases of the turn.
Oh, each one has 2.
Yeah, if something has multiple things, you can choose what to do. So, first phase is collect income. Take $30 unless you have a card or advantage that gives you more. Note that you may never give money to another player except part of a trade or in payment for an auction. So, Nathan, you will be the first to receive.
PJ, I shall
Cash
collect
money.
my cash.
And you get bonus points for having stuff the same.
Yeah, stuff that matches your obsession gives you bonus points. I believe the value is done. Second's the draw phase. Draw cards from the deck until you have 5 cards in your hand. If you want to draw more cards, you can buy as many as you want at this time for $10 each.
I'm just gonna prep the 30 now.
Give me a second. I can solve what the fuck my cards actually are.
Cool. While you're doing that, step 3 of your turn will be making a deal. Either trade with one other player or auction some of your stuff to all the other players. You may only trade or auction items you already own, not cards from your hand. If you own no stuff, you skip this phase. If your trades bring your point total to 25 or more, you win immediately. So,
It is a race to first.
yes,
What are the different categories of?
we'll get to that.
Okay.
There are tons of different.
I'm waiting for
categories.
Nathan to finish reading
Alright.
his stuff so that we can move on to step 4, because that will actually be something relevant to him.
Stuff has been read.
Cool. Phase 4, buy stuff. During this phase, you may spend your money on stuff. Take a card from your hand, spend the printed value of that item, and put it in front of you. It's yours now. You may buy as much stuff as you can afford, but you don't have to spend all your money. You don't have to spend any of it. What's money for if not to buy stuff? If your purchases bring your point total to 25 or more, you win immediately. And then, after you do that, the discard phase. You may now discard any cards you don't want in your hand. You must discard enough to reduce your hand size to 5 or less. You must discard face up, one at a time, in case Igor wants to grab your discards.
That's not right for Igor, actually.
Yeah.
He's a dumpster diver.
Other things you can do on your turn. Some specials may be played during your turn. Read the cards. Things you can do when it's not your turn. Many special cards can be played when it's not your turn. Read the cards. On other players' turns, you can offer to make trades, or you can bid in their auctions. So that's how a turn goes. Obsessions. Your obsessions control what you think is neat, and therefore how many points you get from the stuff you buy. Every character has one permanent obsession shown on the stand-up, except for Bill, who has 2. Each character, except for Bill, can also have one temporary obsession from a special card. You may play a temporary obsession on yourself at any time, or on another player at any time when it is not their turn.
That's important to know.
Indeed.
There are 16 temporary obsession cards, each with 2 different obsessions, one on each end. When you get one, place it under your character as shown. You pick the end that's showing, and that's the obsession you acquire. If you get a new temporary obsession, it replaces your previous one. The old one is discarded. You must immediately rearrange your stuff. See below. Nothing ever changes or removes your permanent obsession, and your temporary obsession may never duplicate your permanent one. Okay. Note that
Awesome.
Carson and Bill are exceptions. We've already covered why Bill is an exception, because he can never have a temporary obsession.
Miniatures and Warhamster take up too much of my time.
That sounds right. So,
So wait, does that mean I could play a temporary obsession now?
if it's not that player's turn, so you can play one on anybody who's not Nathan.
Anyone but me, so yes.
The stuff in your hand represent dorkish treasures that you have found for sale, but you don't own them yet. You just know where they are. Now you have to scrape up the money to buy them. When you buy stuff and put it on the table, it is in play. You now own that item. Each stuff card has the following information. The name of the item. Duh. Value. This is your cost to buy the item from your hand. Points. This is what the item is worth toward victory once you buy it. If it fits your obsession, point value is doubled. And the obsession is the particular interest this stuff fits. Some cards fit up to 3 obsessions.
Okay, so you could, in theory, win without any obsession items, so it's much, much harder.
Yes.
Potentially, yes.
The special cards are, well, specials. You've played a card game before, right? Right. If a special contradicts the printed rules, do what the card says.
Specific over general.
You may not give cards away or even trade them except as part of a deal. You may show other players your hand if you want to, and you may make any deal you like about how you will play your cards, but except for a deal, no promise is binding if someone decides to break it. A special which cancels other cards may only affect a target card as that card is being played. It has no effect on any card already in play. Canceled cards are discarded. A card that is being played is a card that someone has announced and put on the table. You must play a canceling card before that person puts down another card or ends their turn. I do appreciate that they spell this out very clearly.
Yeah.
And then the point value of stuff is printed on the cards. However, all stuff that matches one of your current obsessions counts double. So the first person to get 25 points worth of neat stuff immediately wins and enters Dork Nirvana. If 2 or more people hit 25 at the same time due to a trade, they both or all win. But the one with the most points wins biggest.
Question.
You got
Question.
Yes.
If we play, so if one of us plays a temporary obsession on somebody else, do we pick what it is that they get for their temporary obsession, or do we just be like,
You're playing the card, so I would say yes.
Yep.
you know what goes great with goth stuff?
What's that?
Unicorns.
I love unicorns.
The man makes a good point.
Unicorns.
Keep track of point value, line up your stuff where you can admire it, just like in real life. The top row is the stuff that matches your current obsessions. The bottom row is other stuff. So count up the points on the top row, double it, and add the points from the bottom row, and you have your current score.
Hey, Braden, kind of looking at the shelving back there. Are you feeling called out by this game at all?
You should tell my obsessions computer game.
That.
And camera can't see the other room. You
So-
must rearrange your stuff every time your obsessions change. So you basically have to make sure that your stuff that is lined up with your obsession is clearly separated and
Okay.
clearly
So
laid
people
out.
can have
know
a
how many
proper
points
idea of
you
what point you have.
Yes. And then all point doubling cards are cumulative. Limited edition is worth 2 times as many points. So if you have an autographed limited edition, it's worth 4 times. If it fits one of your obsessions, it's worth 8 times, and will probably give you the game right there. However, stuff that happens to fit more than one of your obsessions does not count extra for that. It's still doubled, but not readable.
Fair enough.
And then finally, making
Wait,
deals.
hang on. What was that again?
So let's say that you have something that fits the obsession for both miniatures and Warhamster. Both. You only get 2 times the points instead of 4
It's not
times.
extra.
How would it get 4 times then?
If it were, say,
Limited
autographed
edition
or
or
limited
autographed.
edition,
Okay.
something
gotcha.
else that gives a multiplier that's not an
Basically, your
obsession.
So
obsessions
limited
will
edition
only- your
autographed
obsessions
miniature.
will only count as 1 multiplier no matter what.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then finally, making deals. There are 2 kinds of deals you can make during your turn. You may only make 1 deal each turn unless you get a special that allows more. Trades. A trade with another player consists of giving them any amount of stuff and or money in return for any amount of stuff and or money. You may only trade with 1 player, but you can listen to everyone's offer. You cannot include cards from your hand in a trade. You can include real-world snacks, stuff, and personal services in a trade, but we don't want to hear about it unless it's really good. However, if you aren't the bartering type, instead of a trade, you may hold an auction. Pick any of your stuff in play to auction off. It may be more than 1 card, but it all goes as 1 lot. You may not set a minimum bid or bid against yourself. Otherwise, you may conduct the auction as you choose, provided you end up selling it to the highest bidder. Some special cards and character advantages can interfere with an auction result. No one can bid more money than they have in front of them in cash. If they want to use a card to get more cash, they must do so before bidding further. And if nobody bids, you keep the stuff and your deal phase is over.
All right.
So that's the rules. 2 pages, very straightforward.
Eeyore is going to start by paying $10 to draw another card.
Gathering Igor's cards are
How
middling
do
at
you
best.
Eeyore cards are spectacular. I just can't afford
There's-
any of them.
how do you make more money?
You
Ken
get
is-
$30 at the start of every one of your turns.
Yeah,
So-
Ken's the only one that can actually make more money by discarding cards. He can make an extra $20 a turn,
Gotcha.
or up to an extra $20 per turn.
But I believe I have to do
I'll be
so at the start of
discarding
my turn.
The
if I remember
Indetectable
correctly.
X-Men #1.
The Indetectable X-Men #1.
That's my turn. I have accomplished
You bought it?
nothing.
Or
If I don't buy
No,
any
he's
of the cards
discarding.
after I draw, I then can discard. Okay. So I have to do it at the start of the turn if I don't buy extras. All right, so at the start of my turn, I'm actually going to read my cards now because I haven't done that because I've been reading the rules.
Well,
Kind of important.
Get that man $30.
Yep, I'm going to start my turn with $30.
$30.
No, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of dollar.
And you know, I've heard that computer games go really great with anime.
You know you're not wrong.
Ooh, now there's 2 people competing for.
New games. Really appreciate you handing out the things that give
love
us the points.
No problem.
Don't know why you're doing it, but thanks.
I'm already up to 2. I'm just helping even the playing field.
What's going up? Oh, I see.
Alright, so I'm looking to see if I need to discard anything.
Do you always draw up to 5 cards? at the end of your
always draw
up
up
to
to
5,
5,
and then you can spend
up to
$10 per card to draw beyond 5 if you
So I can discard if I want.
Discard is at the end of your turn.
Yes.
I was gonna throw LARP on the anime, but
I'm the only one who can discard at the beginning.
we're not doing
But it doesn't let me
SAO
draw.
here.
It just gives me
Sorry.
money.
I mean, I can make that.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to discard a couple things, I think. So I'm going to discard this obsession card, if Igor is interested.
Wait, can Igor take obsession cards?
I can
I
take
thought-
anything that
Igor
gets
can take
discarded.
anything that
Any
goes into the
discard.
bin. But that's why you have to discard one at a time if Igor is in the game.
Gotcha.
And I'm also going to discard Dump It Now. Because I don't have any stuff. I don't foresee that's going to work out for me right now.
Fair enough.
It lets you sell something at literally any time for full value.
Oh,
And then I'm going to take an extra $20.
so if you had something that your obsession changed, you could cash that in to get something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you could use it to get full value in the middle of an auction.
I think you get
it
$20 from discarding.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he's
my
Ken. He
special
actually
ability.
has a job.
Since I didn't buy extra cards.
$30?
I'm going to buy things. Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna buy things?
Yeah, I'm going to buy a thing.
Oh, what are you buying?
Well, I'm clearly interested in anime.
True.
Doesn't really matter in this case because it's under the miniatures category for some fucking reason. But I'm going to pay $10 and I'm going to buy this Naked Elf Woman.
Nope, that's literally just what it is.
Damn it.
And because, I like to flaunt my shenanigans in front of PJ and the fact that I have all the cards he wants, I'm going to spend $40. And I'm going to buy this Dragon of the Month, May 1996. It's worth 3 points.
I hate you so much.
All right, I'm done flaunting my wealth in front of PJ. You can go now.
$30 for him.
What of the month?
You know what goes great with computer games?
What's that?
RPGs.
Neat. You got a lot of those kicking around.
Apparently, he got fucking all of them.
Look, I don't blame you for dumping them.
I'm fucking dumping them. I got nothing otherwise.
So what's my character special ability again?
Matt, RPGs. The game master. Matt knows who wants his stuff. He can always discard any stuff card he has in play and get its printed value instantly.
Gotcha.
Disadvantage. You cannot bid against Gilly or play any bad cards on her. Apparently, because
So,
you probably have a
Stuff
crush
card
on
in
Gilly.
play, that means one he actually buys.
Yeah, so it would be like these here.
Gotcha.
It's part of your collection.
So I don't know that the rules ever actually clarified this. Selling is half value?
I think selling starts off at, if you're auctioning your stuff off, I think it starts off at 10.
Well, no, you can. Oh, let me check here. That's right. I forgot about auctions.
Or sorry,
And
you
you-
can't set a minimum bid. Auctions start off at 0.
Cards away, playing.
Yeah, I think most of us just can't sell things.
Noted. All right.
Yeah.
Unless
Oh,
got
you need a
specific
card
cards.
like the one I bid.
You need a card, dump it out in order to sell it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Matt just gets the ability to.
All right. Yeah, Matt just gets to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on board.
Yeah,
I
he gets to
understand.
just dump it.
I actually kind of dig this game. Like, I think it's got a lot more depth than Chez Geek.
So while he's evaluating things, I'm going to go ahead and play Flip Flop. So take that obsession card under Gilly and flip that around. And is it also Goth?
It is.
Ooh. If it now duplicates their permanent obsession, discard it.
Hilarious.
I mean,
I mean, you got it for free,
Right, I
so
would say I'm not offended.
I mean, it's too early in the game.
Wait,
to be
is that
offended.
considered a bad card? How do you know what's a bad card?
I mean, I
It's
don't
not
think
necessarily bad cards. It's
Yeah.
just another
It's just
obsession
bad.
you want to get.
yeah, it's another thing that gives you extra points.
Yeah, obsessions give you extra points.
Speaking of which,
No,
I'm also gonna play
I
Huzzah.
just want to know.
Take a
when I-
temporary obsession from in front of another player, discard it, or use it to replace your own. I'm gonna steal his.
You're stealing Braden's RPGs.
Yes.
Okay.
Throwing away, replacing.
Replacing mine with action figures. That seems appropriate.
You know what? I'm on board. I get it.
You're changing the card around.
Yes.
Does it allow you to do that?
I just get to replace it. I don't know.
Well, he has the card, so I assume.
I assume he just gets to
Yeah.
pick where it goes.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. Until we find a card that clarifies that further, I'm fine with letting that ride for now.
Okie dokie.
Works for me.
Because it could be that you're not allowed to flip it over. I don't know. Steve Jackson games are intentionally vague on points like this.
This tracks.
That's something I love and hate about them, which is why I'm so happy that some of the rules are painstakingly laid out here, because that's a rarity.
BJ, you like space, so let's also add Star Trek to that.
Unfortunately, that gets discarded.
That doesn't.
He can't have.
Leaves no room in my life for temporary ones.
Oh,
Any
throw
temporary
away.
obsession played on Bill or stolen by him is simply discarded.
Oh, that's why you were dumping them all on all of us.
Yeah, he can't
Because
use them on himself,
I literally cannot use them on myself.
and he won't get to discard them normally until the end of his first turn.
Correct.
So you might as well just throw them around.
Yeah, that was literally my entire goal. It's just like I'm giving you
Nate,
3
I'm
cards.
gonna eat your spleen. Do you have any stuff cards?
Draw a player's hand and take one stuffed card. Put it into your own hand.
Oh, you get to look through them.
Yeah, I think you get to actually examine my hand.
Neat.
And brutal.
He's eating your
Oh, that's
spleen.
hilarious.
I know, right?
Please don't use Navi, but that's hilarious.
I don't think that's going to be relevant unless you do something real nice.
I mean,
I'd like to get it out of my hand.
it's
out
not
of
what
my
I.
hand
That's
so I
like.
could draw.
Let's see.
There is a method to my madness in throwing all those out.
Well, I should take this because it goes themed with the stuff I have.
Mhm.
It's also what you want, so I'm gonna let you keep that.
I appreciate that.
That's downright decent of you.
Yeah, I also saw his hand, and I don't want that coming at me.
No, that's
The man has made a good choice.
you know that tracks, and I don't like that there's one fewer target potentially for that to be flying.
It also, you know,
And
it
can,
could be neat.
and can people steal your stuff once you buy it, or once you buy it, it's yours?
I don't
Once you
know.
buy it,
Once you buy it, it's yours.
unless a special card says otherwise.
Okay.
Yep.
We don't know what's in the deck,
I
so
mean, that's fair.
and given that this is a Steve Jackson game and we've played
There's going
Chez
to be
Geek
fuckery.
before, I would say
There's
there is a chance for fuckery.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
probably less of it than just
His-
fucking with your.
My
own
spending
hand.
all my money was probably not the best play, but I had wealth to flaunt in front of the miniatures obsessed Bill.
Steve
And I had to
Jackson's
do it.
Steve Jackson's games have that whole
Did you
picture
know
of the cat running with Vader with a Vader minifigure on his
Yeah,
back,
not
saying "Onward, Fluffy, there's
Yes.
fuckery to spread."
Yeah,
Can you bid in your own auctions or not? I can't
you
remember.
cannot.
You cannot bid in your own
auctions.
auctions.
Okay.
And you can only auction stuff that you own, not stuff in your hand.
Alrighty. Then I am going to.
Dragon of the Month, May 1996. That's even got a picture of Bill on the front of it.
I know.
Fuck
No.
you.
Look,
Well, I'm gonna spend.
get a job, you hippie.
Spend my $30
Okay, we'll turn that over to the bank.
to buy War Hamster Gerbil General, which is worth 2 points. This is the new version. He costs only twice as much, but he's worth 3 times the points, so it's a bargain.
Holy shit.
And do you know what's special about that one? It's autographed. So it's worth double the points.
So it's worth
4.
12?
No,
No,
it's for
4.
For him, it's worth 4.
Well, hold on. It says it's worth triple the points.
No, that's just the flavor text.
Flavor text.
Oh, okay.
it's a 2-point card with
Yeah.
autograph.
So it's worth 4.
Well, no, autographed. Oh, okay.
No, that's just the flavor
Okay.
text.
And I
It's
need
$30 worth 2
and
points.
I
It's
need-
autographed. It's worth
And
4.
I need 3 cards to get back up to 5.
Start of your turn, you draw up.
If it
Oh,
went
okay.
over to,
You can discard any you don't want at the end of your turn, but you don't get to draw back
Bill.
until the start of your turn.
then
Okay.
that would be worth 8.
Yes.
That's worth 8 to Bill, right?
Yes.
Okay.
100% that's worth 8 to do.
Okay.
Because it will
It's my
double
turn, right?
double.
There's
Okay.
there's 16 points worth of crap sitting on the table that are just not mine.
And what's the winning point total?
25.
25.
25 is the magic number.
What is SCA? I mean, I'm gonna play it on me. I don't know if I want sci-fi or.
SCA?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
C.
SCA. No. C. It's a
You know, fuck it,
three-letter.
I'm taking sci-fi.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure SCA has something to do with sword fighting.
I mean, it would be the cards would be labeled.
You're taking comics or what are you
No.
doing?
Or comics, yeah.
he's gonna take comics. We
Okay.
don't know what an SCA is. Have a
So
good night, Dad.
comics
Good
and
night.
goth comics. Have a good night, Death.
And then I'm gonna buy the most recent 12-book trilogy. It's a sci-fi book. It is the
First
the
four books and the
books
second
in
cycle come out
yeah,
next
and
year.
the second cycle come out next year. So there's $20. That was it.
What a turn.
Cool. I'm drawing up to 5 cards.
As is the style of the time.
Yep, that's why I dumped 3 of them.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
wait, I could discard, couldn't I?
You can discard any you don't want. Yes.
Okay.
If you'd like to do that, you may.
Igor may want it. It is a LARP, cursed flea color, scratch and sniff.
Interesting. Also unrelated to my interests.
For now.
For now.
I mean, I don't know. You can always use extra collars around the house.
It is scratch and sniff.
It is. It is.
This is most excellent. So, we got all this sweet stuff.
Yeah,
Stay out of my room, Bill.
it's true.
It's not for you.
Well, since everybody seems to be flexing on me, figure it's only fair I do the same back. So I'm just going to buy this Danger Chicks. $10. You have to follow the storyline for a while before you really understand what's going on. That's a comic book. And then I'm also going to buy Neon Genocide Armageddon VHS. This better be subtitled because people who listen to dubbed versions are no better than animals living in their own filth. That's just my opinion, of course. It's anime.
God, that is such a 90s, early 2000s opinion.
It is. It is such an early
That's
90s, 2000
beautiful.
opinion. So that's my $30 spent.
Well, before his turn ends, I'm just gonna play counterfeit on Braden. Dragons of the Month is counterfeit. It must be discarded.
Oh.
Oh, okay. We're doing that.
I would have hit Shane because it's useful.
Not a part of
That's
this.
a bad
But
I was
Um,
for a reason.
let's see here.
So can we all agree that that's a bad card? Like that's one of the ones that I could cancel if it was
That's-
played on me?
Yes.
Okay.
Seems like.
All right.
yeah,
And
very bad. I specifically picked the worst card to use it on too. Maximum Pain.
I don't know.
I
use it
believe
at all.
I'm going to discard this lovely cast photo. It's $20 worth 2 points, and it's Trek.
Worthless.
You're up.
Before you start your turn, because I hate you,
Okay. Okay, what you got?
your rent's due.
Oh,
By any rival at the beginning of his turn, he must pay the bank $60, even if he must sell stuff to break it. If he still doesn't have enough, his turn ends.
dude. So
Pretty sure that all
that's
of
your
my money
30.
is gone.
Give me the 10. So that's 50.
doesn't say-
You still owe $10.
Do you have stuff?
Pay the bank.
He
No,
does
I don't.
not.
I don't have shit.
Well, then you're just.
His turn is just
Stuff.
over.
Wow.
Don't be a bitch.
Here's the thing. You played that at the
That's a
beginning
bad-
of my turn. I'm pretty
That's a
sure
horrible
I don't
card.
get to draw
I am
because
aware.
it instantly ends my turn.
I have to play it at the beginning of your turn. That's what the card says.
Ah.
I don't have a choice.
That is cruel. Good job.
Don't
God.
be a bitch.
No. I'm gonna be more of a bitch.
That's
Fine,
the
I'm gonna
reason
draw
for me to
5
keep
more
some
cards
extra
then.
cards in my hand.
Have fun.
Because I can
It's
use it.
you're basically encouraged to
Genuinely
dump
not much
cards.
respect for you to hurt me.
I know.
For me,
I also would
I
like
can
my
only cancel a card by
$30.
discarding cards in my hand. So if I
30
dump
bucks,
down
Bane.
to nothing,
Wait, you can?
yeah.
Anytime someone plays a bad card on Gilly, she may smile and discard 1 card from hand and cancel the unwanted card. Cannot bid against Matt or play any bad cards on him.
The rest of you are fair game.
Ah, that's
BJ, he requires his monies.
Money.
right. Yep.
Pay him the money.
You might as well give me 40 because I'm going to throw that out.
What they don't mention is that his real job is working as a Masu.
Is that one you're selling for extra cash?
Yeah, I'm looking
Well,
to see
yeah,
if I
but
want
it's
to
not
get
like-
rid of
Not
another
that
one.
I mean, it's not like he's drawing pretty
Not
or
the
he'd
good
have way more money.
Right.
I'm also going to sell this one for another $10. The live action packs on it. And for the remainder of my turn, I'm going to spend $20.
Look at you with all your
I'm going to buy all uncommons printed in 1999 by anybody. It is in alphabetical order and for fans of collector card games, and it is worth 2 points. But is so on brand, I could not buy it.
Oh,
What
you
the-
got it. You gotta.
That's defo on the nose.
And then, in honor of Phil, I'm going to spend $20 more, and I am going to buy matched weighted 10-siders. I believe the type of randomizers you bring to the table says a great deal about you. It is for people who are obsessed with dice. It is also worth 2 points.
dice goblin.
Jesus Christ.
What? I'm at 5 points,
Nobody likes you.
and I'm almost out of cards again.
Nobody likes you.
Go ahead.
Being
now we have
almost out
money.
of cards
He's a
is
threat.
I would like to
great.
drop to 5 and would like my 30
One.
bucks, please.
2, 3
These cards
cards.
are great, by the way. I
Yeah.
love everything about these.
And 30 bucks.
Yes.
Like, the references are just so good.
No.
I mean, it's almost spelled out that Matt is doing Gilly. You basically gotta pay some money.
Someone got her rocks off and went straight to bed. Left me hanging. And by hanging, I mean at full attention.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, bad
Jerk move.
Yeah, it is. It's like not giving a reach around. You just.
God damn it, Callahan.
Hmm.
This is great. Great suggestion, man.
I do what I can.
Jesus
These
Christ.
cards are fucking hilarious, and I'm here for it.
Oh, wait until you see the card that I got in my hand, because the flavor text on this is, wow, that's a Lulu.
Okay, I'm gonna sell my autographed Warhammer for $60 because the autograph doubles the value.
Nice.
Neat.
Ooh.
Hot. Buy low, sell high. I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
And never to PJ.
And
mean,
especially never to
Wait,
Gordon.
this goes in the discard pile so Eater can snag it.
He can.
He can if he wants.
I can't. I have one
Oh,
card.
you
I
have
need to
no
discard-
money.
No, he needs to discard 2 in order to pick
Ah,
up.
It's almost like I timed this out and saw my opportunity.
Igor was mean to me. So
Oh, thanks for pointing that out, Shane. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, Igor is at precise face kicking.
Because at this point, I have
Okay, it
one
would
card
probably
that
have
I
been more beneficial for me to save that for later, but I can't resist the opportunity.
So
to
when you
be
buy
paid.
Yeah,
stuff,
no.
it's one at a time, right?
Yes,
Yes.
but it's one at a time specifically for Igor, who cannot afford to take anything from the bin.
Yeah.
So do what you got to do.
Oh, I said buy stuff, not throw stuff away.
Oh, when you were buying stuff, yes, it is one at a time.
Okay.
Yep.
Because that matters.
Oh, because people could cancel.
You may
them.
buy it. much
yes,
stuff
people
as you
do
can
cancel
afford.
what you're playing.
Okay.
This is basically the opposite of Hex Hex. You have plenty of time in order to react to any card that is played.
Yes,
Okay.
we're
So-
dorks, not animals.
Yes.
I'm looking to buy the nasty nun with nunchucks for $40. Unless anyone's gonna cancel that.
It's for action
Put
figures.
that up there so we can see the art on
Yep.
screen.
Oh, and look, I got it on clearance sale, so I get it for $20 actually.
Nice.
That's hot.
So, yeah, and on
Wow.
So I will
Hey,
take my
change.
I'll take my $30 and change.
Your change, sir. Thank you for being responsible and getting a job.
You got
He's better at money than you are.
and
Nah, I'm just spending it like it's water.
well, because
Kind of is for you.
I'm also gonna buy these first season toy pointed ears from Track. Some idiot took them out of the package, but I restored it and it's clearly taped up for $20. And that's 2 points.
Truly
Amazing.
glorious.
That is quality restoration right there. That belongs in a museum.
And you know what? We've all talked about computer games, but where would we be without the original Kong Pong? trivial, boring, totally behind the times. It's a classic. Everyone should know.
Right?
But it's $10 and a computer
It's up to
game,
6 points.
and I'm gonna give myself the temporary obsession of computer games.
So he is up to
Okay. So go ahead and make a second column for him.
under computer games.
There you
Yep.
go.
So primary obsessions, and so
Yeah,
we'll put
put
the
it-
obsession stuff underneath that.
There you go.
Anything that doesn't match goes in the other.
That's using your noodle.
So
Yeah.
7
So he's got
points.
3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus.
And he's still got 40 bucks. left
Cheese
over.
it. Yeah, and he's still got 40
Clearance
bucks.
sales are a thing of beauty.
I
Aren't
need
they?
3 cards and $30.
3 cards
If I got anything.
and 30 bucks.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
Not doing good though.
Oh, he is a plotting.
Well, not that much plotting. I am going to spend $40, and I'm going to buy a black marble gargoyle statue, which is cold, hard, and unfeeling, like fate itself or my landlord.
More like Igor's landlord. Share landlord.
It's worth 3 points, except it's my
Good
obsession,
goth, so it's
so
worth 6. Jesus. Okay.
That's spicy.
Just like that, you're ahead of me.
Yep, he's
No, you're at
8.
7.
You're
You're at
8. 3 and 6 plus 2 is 8.
Oh, I forgot I had the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
Nice.
plenty of neat stuff.
Do I want to auction that so I have some money?
Assuming anybody wants to buy your garbage.
Does it look like I got money?
Buy your
Does
garbage.
anybody like sci-fi? Have an obsession of sci-fi?
Not currently.
No.
Never mind. I don't care.
I mean, in fairness, I don't think you were going to buy his garbage.
For $10, yes, it was.
Why would you buy it for 10? You can buy it for 1.
Because he could sell it for face value. So if he bought it for 10, he could just sell it on his next turn for 20.
Well, yeah, but if you auction it, do you have money right now? Okay, so yeah, he would buy it for a maximum of 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You done
I'm
it.
done.
Right,
That was
that's
it.
a
That was
bid.
my
Okay,
turn.
just
So I
get it
got
for 1.
1,
Which I might do.
2,
Sometimes
3,
it pays to have an ally. And
It does.
and 30 bucks.
it's not going to be Igor because I kicked him in the face.
And how?
Igor sold you counterfeit bullshit.
And you took
Yes.
his landlord
And-
on him.
okay.
That's what you call it.
You know
escalation.
what?
We can burn him down together.
Me?
I'm intrigued by this discussion.
Wow.
Consistent.
Okay.
And
So,
then you told him to flip off.
Well, she has standards.
I was promised
She
a
won't date anything above
legitimate
it. Or below it.
1996 dragon.
You weren't promised shit.
That much
I-
to ferret.
I
So
kind of
promised
feel
her
like
in the face.
we're sort of
Yeah,
left
you can
out
take it.
here. So, Chen's going through kind of a. Wait, I can't. Can I play that right now? Temporary obsessions? No, I can't play
You
those.
play
yet.
it yourself.
You can play the temporary obsessions on anybody whose turn it isn't.
Or you
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
He cannot.
I
them
cannot play it on
himself.
myself. It just forces me to
Oh,
discard it.
right.
Ken's going through kind of a goth phase right now. There, now we all have 2 obsessions. It's perfect.
You know what? Neat.
No.
Give me your gargoyle.
No.
It's so dark and appealing.
It is. Look at
I need it.
So the lovely thing, I got a mint condition Black Lotus with Heirdom and Spoiler. I never actually looked at it. That would reduce the value. The best thing is,
Need it.
I got it at a flea market,
Yeah.
so I got it for nothing.
Anybody got to cancel that card?
Oh.
Now we'll be the time to throw it down.
I don't.
But wait, there's more.
It's not even my obsession, just the out of game Braden's like,
Yeah.
but I need
Like, how-
it.
So
Braden's-
this is
That's
gonna be
great.
funny. I can't resist doing this. I'm gonna pay $20 to purchase the variant Boobarella with power inhaling action. And if you touch her right here, isn't it amazing what they can do with plastic now? It's an action figure. And since it's the end of my turn now, I'm gonna discard this anime / sci-fi battlesuit gumball thing, because clearly Igor doesn't need it.
Clear way.
That's my turn.
I mean, Igor's low on
Holy
hit.
The,
smokes.
this is too funny to pass up is why I kept the big boob nut with nunchucks.
Right?
Yeah, it's just got
I saw this one and I'm like, how can I get this into play?
This is perfect because it's action figures.
6, 8. He's up to 8 too.
Yeah, but it took me 4 cards to do that, and you're up there with 2.
Yeah, but all right.
Does
he
it matter?
can't get temporary obsessions.
I can't get a temporary
So he can't
obsession,
just suddenly
and everybody's taking my miniatures and my Warhamster, so I'm
Well,
left
you
with
can't
just collecting
can
other
you
cool crap.
Play a
I
temporary
require
obsession
my
on yourself.
Yes,
and it's another-
absolutely.
Right, because your rent's no longer due.
Okay.
Here you
Can't
go.
get rid of it, or
Cool.
Oh,
So-
please tell me you got some good stuff this time. I'm
You can't-
just
like if you have like 3 action figures
I'm-
and you pick up a temporary obsession action figures, you absolutely should save that in your hand.
yeah.
You just can't play it on your turn. So like you
You can't play it
you
on
play it,
yourself
like,
on your
you
turn.
play it like on my turn on yourself.
Yes.
Just to wrap up your points and give yourself a
Your
shot.
obsessions
then you
control what
have to
you
do it
think is neat, and
Why would
therefore
I?
how many points you get from the stuff you have. Every
No,
character
I
has a
wouldn't.
permanent and a temporary.
Yeah.
As a
if
permanent,
could
you have
instantly,
up
you
one
should
temporary.
Except for Bill.
You may play a temporary obsession on yourself at any time, or on
yourself.
another player at any time when it is not their turn.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay,
you
so
can
on
play it
yourself
on your
anytime.
turn.
On yourself at any time.
Okay.
Cool.
Unfortunately, I can't play anything
I
to
feel like the
basically
Monopoly
double
for
all
sore
this. So
losers, I feel like that second
literally
part
all
doesn't
this is
translate
just
with
kind
money
of-
into this game.
It
and
kinda
you're just
did.
kinda
this is
knifing
all
each
just
other.
kind of a moot point now.
So
But it's funny.
I've got this genuine Warhamster Metal Marmot Marauders.
Hate you.
Which are Warhamster miniatures, $50 for 3 points.
So much.
But I'm just gonna discard that, plus another card to take this
What was that?
Battlesuit Gumball,
Fuck you.
and then
Wait, can you do that on your turn?
yes,
Yeah, that's like
That's
it's a-
Eagle Power.
Also,
Wait, you could dumpster dive at any point?
yes,
Only the top card of the discard pile. Though.
Bitch.
which is why it's so fucking annoying that you put this there because I can't get the I just get a card for free thing.
Oh, the flea market
yeah,
one?
Yeah,
Ha!
you didn't even know what you were fucking doing,
market.
but you
Totally did.
Those are the best kind.
You know what?
No.
A+, no notes.
I'm just insta-buy Battlesuit Gumball. This series spawned many imitators, which differed mainly in that they made sense.
And the dumb thing is, I don't know what that's actually referencing.
What's that get you up to in points?
He's up to 4 now.
Four.
That,
I actually have this.
Hold on.
I got no fucking idea. Probably
Battlestar Galactica. It's referencing that. Yeah. This
Well, yeah,
series
obviously.
spawned many
Oh,
imitators
gotcha.
which differed mainly in that they made sense.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, come on. Bob Dylan being God makes sense.
Not
I
really.
can see it.
In a way. And in a very bigger way, no, it wasn't. All right, well, I'm going to start my turn. So I'm going to take $30.
$30 dues.
And then I'm going to drop to 5 and see if I'm binning cards for more dollars.
It's real start. 'Cause I have no money and no cards.
You describe my life situation quite well.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot the last that hash brown casserole that broke in there.
You got leftovers from Sarah and you left it there? Ooh,
What a scrub.
steak.
Yeah, it was just the crusty stuff that was around the sides.
Still,
But it was still nice.
she still owes me her potatoes. The giant grilled one. Like the good one with the
The
good
garlic and
olive
the,
oil.
and the mushrooms, yeah.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
I'm going to sell that for sure.
You know, I found my whole strategy to getting a lot of stuff onto people and can't like this.
Hmm.
When they say, hey, it's bad form to ask, I just ask politely anyway.
Oh yeah, I do.
You don't ask a restaurateur for their recipes.
Why not?
Probably not. Hey, I know it's bad form to ask, was
All
literally
right,
how I
I'm
put the
going to
question,
sell this
but I love the
Airbrushed
breakfast
unicorn
potatoes. Can I have the
t-shirt
recipe. And the
for
answer is
$10.
Yes.
And then I'm going to spend it at $30. Because I have to keep along with the trend of it's too hot to discard.
Ooh.
I have procured Fightin' Fur Babe figures. I had these on my computer at work. My boss made me take them home. Their obsessions are for action figures and furries, and they are worth 3 points.
Beautiful.
Fighting fur bait?
I believe I've committed sufficient brain atrocities for the turn.
I mean, you know how many stuff you want to auction off?
I'd buy it.
Not right now.
You would.
I like the stuff. And nobody has any money except you.
I have $10 to my name.
All the more reason you could auction something off. It would be like filling in the lines. I feel like
I
we should
like
go-
you, but I don't like you
That
quite that
much.
much yet. That's like tier 2 friendship. We're still at tier 1.
Okay, yeah. I meant to give you a reach around. I was just tired.
How many cards?
$30 and 5 cards.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went empty.
I have a feeling that in this game, that's one of the better things you can
Did
do.
everything.
It depends.
Drain the sack if you want to
Yeah.
be gross about it.
At the start of the game, it's good to run yourself out of cards, but as the
love-
game goes
I love
on,
how
you're gonna
it's
want
that.
to.
You're gonna want to tactical it, yeah.
Just got a Facebook message.
Oh, did we?
Oh, we did.
From
Somebody
who?
asked questions. It is from Robin.
You can hit me up with that after stream,
Okay.
unless it's urgent. I'll let you decide whether it's urgent.
I should get the whole message. It is the best place to ask questions, and then they got the auto reply. Hi, thanks for contacting us. We
Oh yeah, you can reply to that and you just say, yeah, that's totally fine. I can ask us questions there.
I do not know how our social media works out for you.
There's lots of answers to that.
You know what? Fair. Question submitted.
So, what
Robin's-
cool thing are you gonna buy, Shane?
From Robin Sarah.
Neat. Yeah, they can ask us questions there. That's totally fine. Otherwise, we've got an email if they're more comfortable with email. We got lots of emails. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I probably should change that auto reply. I've just been,
Lazy.
yeah, that one I'm gonna blame.
I mean,
on
I got
Wednesday.
back to him right away.
Yeah, which I'm cool
So
with.
it's
That one's an easy enough answer. We can just handle that.
Yeah.
So
Not all questions are so.
What you got, Shane?
let's roll on. Okay.
I like fire. Teach me about fire.
Yes.
Prometheus, what fire of knowledge do you bring for us today?
So, I know you all like scale models,
And how?
but
Especially PJ.
you're not a sci-fi fan until you have the 4-foot scale model Galactocraft. And the lights work. See? See?
That's rad.
And that cost me 40.
As it should,
Wow.
Beautiful.
but it's totally worth
It
every
is.
penny.
The model's so big you can't see my character's face on the card.
That is true. His
That's
face is completely
incredible.
blocked out by. His face is completely blocked out by the.
sci-fi.
You love to see it. That's so cool.
Okay. And of course, we're a board game group.
Yeah,
Well, we're also a computer game group.
we are.
And we like computer games based on comics.
And how?
And I love the fanfare. Who can forget the first time we played Mega Dude Massacre, the childhood favorite in his first game, Mega Dude Massacre. Warning, not suitable for children. At the highest level, your objective is to kill every other human on the planet. I had to buy it. Look at
You
that
had
marketing.
to.
That's quality marketing. That takes me back to my youth.
So that's 20
It's only
bucks.
20.
$20. But his
Nice.
temporary obsession
a
is
steal.
computer games, and that counts as a computer game, so
Yes.
that is worth 4 points for him.
That's a lot of points
Oh, it's
over
computer
there.
games
And comics. Counts for both.
And they'll say,
It's 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Jesus. Shane is almost halfway there.
No,
Actually, he's over halfway.
you know what?
Yeah, 16.
What is a day without luncheons and
9, 10,
lagers?
11, 12,
With my
13,
fearsome
14.
noun
14.
of a
Three
verbing, I
times.
strike the
Three times.
color, monster name,
Oh,
a mighty
come on.
blow. Where's that 17-sider?
I kind of want to see what a 17-sided die looks like.
Same here.
Because I know what a 16 one looks
Is
like.
that
I thought
possible?
about doing something, but I thought, just reading as a Mad Lib is just going to be funnier.
Is
Yeah.
a 17-sided die even possible?
I'm sure it's
Probably.
possible. It's just not going to be
God
weighted.
damn it!
And,
I see all of the things for PJ's obsessions are in the top half of the deck.
It's kind of great.
And I'm not getting a single damn one of them.
No, you're just getting temporary obsessions that you can't use on yourself.
No, I'm not even getting those.
I've got them as well.
You've gotten
I've had a grand total of 4. 3 in my opening hand and 1 that I drew.
almost all of them.
No, a lot of mine got turbo. A lot of mine got turbo. A lot of mine got
One
torpedoed.
used by me. One more, so approximately half of all of them that are out came from you.
No, one of them that is out came from me. The one that is under yours. Actually, no, I take that back. That was the 4th one I
Yeah.
played. So, yes, half of what's currently out came from me.
You can't use them.
No, I can't use them because I'm
Math is
miniature.
hard.
I'm miniatures and war hamster. You're 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
50.
Yeah. That's 3. Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Yeah.
13, 14, 15. Yeah, so now he's at 15.
And I mean, I know some people who like these, but they're just not my thing. So I'm gonna throw away the black on skull dice with ruby eyes, which are
bastard.
goth dice. Which they're not just dice; they're apparently a lifestyle statement. But I don't know. I just don't get it. So there you go. If you want a dumpster dive before.
You could have played that and traded it to me for stuff. Or
All right, writing the thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Sure.
Nice.
I forgot. My bad.
I'm gonna go with that.
Figured
So
you
that I
probably
can
would.
trade it to him for stuff.
Okay. Yeah. My bad. So I will take the blow on that. And you actually had stuff, yeah.
You do actually have to buy it and have it in your inventory in order to trade
Oh,
it.
where?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hold on.
I am.
I need $30 and 1 card.
I'm afraid of what he's got in his hand.
Don't be.
Who, me or him?
Him.
No.
Nice poker face. That disappointment, man, sounds so genuine.
Shit. Oh, that might be useful. You know.
We don't. You should have liked
no,
us.
I don't. God, I can't even slow him down because I can't.
Nope, because you're in love with him and he's in love with you.
Anything but do that.
Hey, baby. You'll always come calm.
Word shit. Okay.
What's up?
Random floor d20.
Oh, fun.
Oh, I think I dropped that from the, let's see. Yep, that was mine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Neat.
Forgot about that. I was so busy killing
Well,
peasants.
you know what?
It is kind of
I've
important.
got to have the platinum foil Captain Court cards. That's $20.
Those
Got
are
it.
so
Got it.
rare.
Collector card games and Trek. So that goes under
Yep,
there.
the regular
It's an
stuff.
extra 2 points though, which is nice. And then gotta have some naughty tentacles. You have to understand that this type of animation is a product of a long tradition and very different culture, which we take on its own terms. Now watch this bit.
Up on the card, there's like a grinning little kid with a dog glaring.
It's only worth 1 point, but it is worth having. All right, and then I think I've got to get rid of the complete authoritative, compiled, revised, corrected War Hamster 12th edition. Which is
Oh, man,
$50
you
3-pointer. The updated errata will be out next week.
Can I ask us the table a single question?
Sure.
What did I do to deserve this?
Existed.
Hilarity.
You don't know.
In
who
fairness, the deck has decided you need to be capable.
don't know who you
really
are.
And we're just leaning in at this
Oh,
point.
no, you know what you did to deserve this? You shuffled the deck. This is all
You
you.
touched the card. Yeah.
Apparently, you had ill intentions.
Very
Your
important.
subconscious mind really
Every
thought you
dog's
were
got his day.
Now apologize and call a deck daddy and maybe we'll forgive you.
Oh, hey, board game bar.
Hey, welcome in.
Welcome.
Look at you paying attention to the community and stuff.
Oh yeah, we love our community. They're
And that-
awesome. We do.
That is the only reason I keep my phone out up here, so I can just watch our chat.
Which
without
I
having to
appreciate.
Stare past Brayden.
For Game Bard.
Welcome in.
And if you stare past Brain, you can breathe on his neck.
I mean, yeah, but I can do that anyway.
You
If
can
I'm,
do that.
if I'm going to be breathing on his neck, I want to be focused on making that as skin-tinglingly heinous
Do you
as
have to
possible.
wait for auctions, or as soon as you own it, you can auction stuff? Well,
So on your turn, you can either
We could do
trade
all
with
this
one
stuff
other
first.
player or auction some of your stuff. So it's part of
After you draw, before you buy.
after you draw before you buy things. So you do have to wait a turn, basically.
okay.
Unless you have a card that says otherwise.
I do not.
I don't even know if one exists. I'm just going to keep throwing that in. Because
I'm
it's
done.
relevant.
Your turn.
All right. well,
I
let's
need
see.
an adult.
I require $30, please.
I do not like that you are already done.
It's just hoarding his money. He finally found something he can buy.
He didn't play cards.
He did not.
Not.
I mean, I'm fine with this.
For now. Until you're not.
I'm fine with it. Get me a special card.
Can we play temporary obsessions to replace our current ones?
Yes, that's
Yes.
what you meant.
Wonderful. In that case, I'm going to swap out action figures for sci-fi.
All right, please rearrange
Oh,
your.
okay.
He does not need to, because this is both anime and sci-fi.
Because I am the poor man.
Still
But
only
he
counts.
can-
It still only counts as 4 points.
I understand.
And then I'm gonna pay 20 to get the black onyx skull dice with ruby eyes. They're not just dice; they're a lifestyle statement.
Oh, you had picked that up out of the trash?
I did. I'm willing to trade, but we have to do it out of the order because I'm not on that yet.
What do you like? Anime?
Oh yeah, because you bought. Some.
Anime and sci-fi.
And
You do.
we can make this swing.
Oh, we can absolutely.
Alright.
12. He has the 12-book trilogy.
Great. At the end of your turn, I'm going to
Which actually
trade
would
my
be a-
temporary obsession out. So
trade.
I'm currently a fan of
Goth.
Goth, but Callahan won't sell me his pretty gargoyle.
You sure you don't want furries?
Nah, I'm good, fam.
You sure? They'd make that worth 6.
No, I'm gonna join you for a rousing game of Warhamster.
Good fucking luck.
Does he have any miniatures?
I
in
have
there?
miniatures, I'm pretty sure.
Action figure and furries, dice, collector card games,
there it
and
is.
miniatures.
I got
The
a
naked-
whole point out of the deal.
The naked
Hey.
elf woman is now worth 2 points.
Yeah,
baby.
look,
Worth it.
worth it, worth every penny. All right, so I'm gonna collect my income. So $30, please. And then I'm going to draw back up to 5. I need 3 cards. Cool. Alright, now I have to see if I want to sell any of these 3 cards. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I probably do. Okay.
All right. Tribbles, who has previously saved us from exercise, now condemns us to exercise. Sir Jonkers, highest number is the loser and got to do the exercise.
Oh no.
Alright,
Can I
well,
keep
that's
my
going
9?
on.
15. That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Ain't bad.
I'm going to discard this Black Harvest artsy role playing since Goth things
See, Phil, that's how you fucking do it.
That's a 74.
Well, that's unfortunate. But I did bust up Brain's table.
27.
Okay.
Why you just discarding all the goth things? You could buy them and trade them to me.
Is that 49?
That is 49.
Yeah.
Because it's $40. So much.
74 or higher. That's like
That's a 4.
Yeah, right.
Have fun, Shane.
I'm also, and it hurts my soul to do this, but I can't freaking afford this thing. I'm gonna discard this Dimension Zomboid Hyper Ultra Rare Hologram. It is.
Ouch.
What would Rembrandt have said if he could have seen this? For fans of collector card games and sci-fi, it is $50 for a 3-pointer,
That's expensive.
and I'm gonna
Jesus
take
Christ.
$20 extra for selling those off at the start of my turn because I was never gonna be able to buy all of that.
You wait. You have to do those. Oh, you.
It's my ability.
It's his ability. It's Ken's ability. He has a day job.
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
But because I sold all these cool things off, I can now spend $40,
Should have sold your other stuff to get the 3-pointer or $50 one.
and I'm gonna buy Final Utter Cataclysm 8T. It's $40 for a 3-pointer. I'm waiting for the sequel, and it's a computer game, which is my obsession.
Son of a bitch.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna get on the board here.
Okay, so we're going to put that at the top of the list since that's your permanent obsession.
That's perfectly fine. All right. And then I'm going to be done because I don't really want to wheel and deal right now. I think that's going to be a next turn. Me, probably.
Fair.
Is changing an obsession a bad card?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
It can be, but it depends on the situation.
It might be too late.
What does your character's ability say about bad cards? Is this is a question that's
It
come up
just
a lot.
doesn't. Advantages, perkiness. Anytime someone plays a bad card on Gilly, she may smile and discard one of her cards from her hand and cancel the unwanted card, but she cannot bid against Matt or play any bad cards on him.
I would assume bad card is a bad card for you. It's ambiguously enough worded,
Okay?
and the cost is high enough that
Yeah, you're having to dump a much higher card just to cancel one that's been played on you.
so it is meant to kind of slow your development.
So if somebody's say somebody tries to change your temporary obsession forcibly, I would count that as a bad one, especially if it's going to cost you points by losing your temporary obsession. It'd be like, no.
So it's
And
up to
cancel.
the target.
Yeah.
That would be my interpretation, because nothing is labeled as a bad card, nor is it a label on any of the types of cards in here.
Right.
4.
4?
Triples has given us a hydrate and a stretch in addition to exercise.
Is that? Oh. And then a rip. Thank you, Chips.
Thank you.
Look at this big old stretchy. Appreciate you. Look at all this cool stuff we've been getting.
So much cool stuff.
You mean all the cool stuff everybody else has been getting?
You've got cool stuff. It's
Yep.
just not part of your obsession.
You have so much
That's
more
the
cool
problem.
stuff than I do.
I'm literally the only one that does not have anything for their obsession.
That could be easily arranged, except you only believe in miniatures and war hamsters.
And there's plenty of that stuff out there. It's just in the dumpster.
There is an alarming amount of it in the dumpster. And as a fellow miniatures enthusiast this week, I feel your pain.
Fucking casual.
Don't hate on me because I'm casual. Hate on me because I've got this limited edition Naked Elf woman.
And like $100.
Her seduction ability is really good against war hamsters.
Okay, well, give everyone a chance to cancel on me because they're going to want to if they can.
Oh, what you got?
I'm going to bring back mini pop bottles and take $30 from the bank.
Hate us.
Can't do it.
Got nothing. At this
That doesn't
point,
feel worth dancing.
My calculations.
Nope, at this point, I'm king making.
63 an hour.
Also,
because Bill's being stupid hard to win with.
as a joke, I eBayed my soul. Can't believe somebody bought it. Why do you suppose they bought it? And I'll take another $30 from the bank.
I get it. Your superpower is that you have an inordinate amount of money.
Well, and I
So what's your superpower? I'm rich.
Good superpower.
guess after getting rid of those dice.
Are you
Yeah.
dumpster diving that too?
No, I've only got 2 cards left.
Yeah,
Oh.
I am going to
How
buy the
unfortunate.
Ska black spiked collar and wristband for 2 points. Fear me now, puny clan gangrene miscreants.
And I guess you can afford it.
Yeah, yeah.
These are
I can only trade with one player.
gonna keep these.
One player per turn, yes. Unless you have a card that says otherwise.
Return.
And the rules insinuate those exist.
I need 3 cards and $30.
Now, if you're going to make a trade, you have to do that before you buy any stuff.
Okay, good to know.
Why I'm telling you now before you buy something.
Let's
We
see.
covered this last turn, and I assumed you forgot.
Oh, this is a good card. It's so many categories. It's great. I'm just gonna tell everybody what I got in my hand because I'm allowed to do that. It's Domination Spank Police interactive console game with exclusive action figure.
Wow.
Is that like every category?
It's just computer games, anime, and action figures.
Oh my god.
I'm
Wow.
amazed they limited that to those
3. Yep.
Oh, God.
Incredible. No notes. It's a national treasure. It's a shame it's going to end up in the dumpster.
Oh God, I want to keep it, but
Igor wants it.
Everybody
wants
wants
it.
Everybody wants it.
everybody wants it.
You got two people who like computer games. You got one person who likes anime. Yeah, like 3 out of the 5 people that are here want it.
I mean, I also have the Domination Spank Police DVD, so I want the set.
I
Way more points
There are rules for having
my
the set.
hand.
Like,
What?
fuck.
You should get a bonus point if you manage to assemble.
Like,
it.
yeah,
I feel like you should, but no, there are not.
I get it, but also,
missed opportunity.
right?
Very much so.
It just feels like an incidental dumb ability you could just staple on.
All right. So before I buy anything, would anyone like to trade me a 12-book trilogy for some dice?
Why?
What category is your 12-book trilogy?
Sci-fi.
I give you a collar for it.
he was
I
awfully
ain't going
specific
to
when he
trade.
said trading book trilogy
Wait,
for
what's the word?
dice.
Oh, but you got.
You
I
don't
love
have
you,
a lot
sweetie,
of
but
But you don't have a goth collar.
it's true. So what are
I
you
mean,
up to? 6.
You
9,
keep feeding him points, somebody's gonna have to dumpster his temporary obsession.
14, 15, 16, 17.
Look,
And the
can
funny
feed
thing is,
points to
that's
the
not
guy
even really
who's
gonna
in
get
front,
rid of
or you
a
can feed
bunch.
points to the guy who's behind. Either way, you're doubling your points.
Yeah, I'm gonna trade with
You,
Nathan.
you should trade with Igor. Igor kind of got kicked in the face early and has been playing catch up ever since.
Igor got kicked in the face.
I have
still
not
trying
stopped
to
getting
find
kicked
it
in the
somewhere
face.
in his own ass.
That does
No,
get me
no.
up to 13.
You're just being taunted by every card in the deck. There is a distinct difference.
Yes.
I
Kicked in the
kicked
face.
him right in the face.
You did not get kicked in the face. You have so much shit.
I went, that's a cool turn you were gonna have. Now lose all your money and your turn.
I also didn't get my cards, so my ability meant nothing.
Yeah, I face kicked him. You've just been traumatized.
I don't feel like there's a whole lot of difference.
Oh, there's a mountain of
So you see how you have 4 cards and I have 2.
That would
3,
be
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Look, I've been
4,
tactical.
8.
I've been tactical about getting those cards. I didn't even pay for one of them. I bought it off of
All right.
Callahan.
You traded it from Cal.
So I'm not going to be so much of a dick. You know what? I'm gonna play. I'm gonna see what SCA is, because
Sword fighting.
your miniatures obsession is gonna go away. I'm only costing you a point. Now you're into sword fighting.
In fairness, the naked elf chick was a little OP, and the game's got. Now I'm into actual sword fighting.
Actual
Now
sword
you
fighting.
can be the naked
Now
elf.
I'm the naked elf chick.
Sure, that's not meant to be ska.
It is not. I got an SCA card earlier. It is, in fact, I think it's the Real Steel one.
Is it sword fighting then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, SCA is like a massive organization.
Gotcha.
It is,
Gotcha.
It is a whole thing. Actually, no, that might be the foam fighting one. It's something. It's
That's
something where
LARPing.
you hit people with things.
No, I didn't send it.
Didn't see that either. That's
Wild. I mean, in fairness, Lindale Mall as a whole is kind of a ghost town a lot of days. So,
Yeah, that does. Correct.
I'm surprised it's still hanging on, to be honest with you.
I mean, its weekend traffic is actually pretty good.
Yeah, like it.
It actually felt like a mall the last time I was in there, and
Oh,
it was weird.
Well, and a lot of the ancillary businesses around it still do fairly brisk
Are
business.
they doing
like-
any
Hoo
deals
Ha,
for
Red
closing?
Box
Because
or
I
stuff like
feel
that.
like I'm obligated to ask.
That is a good question.
Yes.
Because
I am going to also
Oh, damn, they're closing
buy
at
for
18.
$30
that's why I'm asking.
Fervent Funnies RPG. If I could find somebody to play with this with, I wouldn't spend so much time reading the rules. My temporary obsession is comics, so that's going to be worth 4 more points. for me.
RPGs, furries, and comics.
So I am up to 14, 15, 16, 17 points.
Damn. All right.
And
I have
I'm
fucking
going to
been there just
discard.
reading a rule book because there's no one to play it with.
I'm going to discard
I've been there.
because I'll never be able to afford to buy it.
What do you wish to feed to Eagle?
Shut up. Your cards are way better than whatever he's going to do.
Probably.
I literally watched you dumpster dive a $330.
The Domination Spank Police interactive console game with exclusive action.
Yeah.
Eagle loves you.
Computer, anime, and action figures.
How could you?
And are you dumpster diving it?
I am not, because I want these cards. If it's still there by the time my turn comes up, I'm burning at least 2 cards on that.
Well,
You're funny.
I'm also discarding this.
Why would you do this to Igor?
Because it's funny.
Bury that card.
You are a monster!
Whims
A
and
monster!
What did you discard? Looks like a temporary obsession.
Temporary
Just a temporary
obsession.
obsession.
Cool.
Yeah.
Collectible card games and dice.
Let's
Doesn't
see
mention any
here.
sale.
I collect my $30
The
dues.
Boulevard location is still here, so they'll probably get the stock.
I
Interesting.
wanted to play that on you to change your obsession, but that would be a bad card. So
Yeah.
I can't switch your obsessions unless it's going to help you get points.
The funny thing is, I've never got to the main RPG card yet. So I have been building my points via other cards because I haven't seen an RPG this whole game.
I mean,
Yeah,
I got one
They've
now.
been around.
I'm gonna
I
spend
have
$20 for my
Warhammer.
first fucking Warhamster thing,
Hey.
and it's only worth 1 fucking point, so I get 2 points.
For you, it's 2.
Look. All you needed was for me to quit being a filthy casual, and suddenly the deals cropped up.
No, that's what I drew the last time. I was just,
You can afford it.
I thought I was going to do something else, and then it turns out that wasn't going to work, and it's actually kind of freaking pointless.
Very unfortunate.
And I really don't see any of this coming true. I'm going to dumpster shiny purple dice. Ew,
Shiny.
I'm going to dumpster the black candles. Very goth. They perfectly express the despair I feel. Light springing from darkness, yet all too soon extinguished. And there's 6 for $1. Kind of like my experience this game. Everybody dumpstering my cards.
I feel ya.
And then I'm going to dumpster the collector's edition 200-sided glitter glow humungahedron.
I have a mighty need, and I don't even know what it is.
It's a $40 3-point dice, and every one has been computer tested and is guaranteed free of bias to the 0.999 percentile. There's a certificate. I had a handful of nothing but dice, and I'm just sitting here going, God, it sure would be nice to have a temporary obsession with dice, because I'd be sitting on like
If only you
like
hadn't
10
been handing
points.
them out like candy at the
Pretty much.
start of the game.
And then I'm going to be dumpstering It Must Be Mine. Play on any player during the auction for an item that fits his current obsession. Must continue bidding as long as he has cash on the table.
Oh, yeah, we have yet to auction.
We have, nobody's been auctioning, so there's just like, there's no point in me hitting and saving
I
it.
mean, in fairness,
You're up, but you
been
can
such
only
spend
you can
on
only
all-
trade
require another
or auction.
yeah, you can do one or the other.
I could trade
Thank
next time. A couple of you guys got this. This meets
You're getting awful close
Collector-
to 25.
collector
over there.
card games. Yeah, but it would just give me cash.
Oh, if you auction instead of
Right.
trade, yeah. Assuming we bid.
He's
we
got-
might not buy.
He has 14 points in his obsessions alone.
Well, at least they're finally worth something.
And 10 of those points are in his permanent obsession.
I'll be here all night, folks.
Has Shane got any anime or sci-fi stuff over there?
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
Goth, Warhamster, he's got one sci-fi, he's got Trek, and then he's got action
He's
figures.
got so much
Cool.
crap.
It's my birthday. Choose any one item in play which does not fit its owner's obsession, and it does fit yours.
What are you yanking?
I'm
The
guessing
sci-fi
the
one.
3-point sci-fi one.
Why you
He
would
is-
make her so nice?
He must make an appropriate speech as he gives it to you. Express your gratitude.
I now know why you did it, and it's because it's fucking over.
Oh, I
Speed!
thought it was coming over the table.
I wasn't
Whoa.
I was preparing to duck and cover.
I'm not even reacting. If he's coming over the table, I'm just fucking dead, but it's so worth it.
He just stole 6 points.
Well, he stole 3.
3 and got
But he
6.
got 6,
Jesus
which was a
Christ on a
good move.
motorbike.
Good move.
Show your speech, sir.
There are times when you realize you don't have friends. You know stains on the soul of humanity. And some just turn out to be darker than others. Here, happy fucking birthday.
Igor thanks you. Igor is very pleased. Thank you so much.
Holy shit.
Painful.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Wow.
Listen to that speech again.
Yep.
What a douche monkey. Anybody have the anime obsession?
used
Igor
to.
has it permanently.
Really?
Yeah, that's
What's his other
Igor's thing.
obsession?
Sci-fi temporarily.
Sci-fi?
Yep.
Oh, damn, it's Trek, not sci-fi.
Hey,
Like-
PJ, what cards do you have?
Action figures,
shit.
collector card games, anime, and comics.
Wonderful. I'm going to discard 2 cards to take it's my birthday and play it's my birthday.
Oh my god! You're such a shitlord.
Oh, dear God in heaven!
Neon Genocide Armageddon VHS. This better be subtitled because people who listen to dubbed versions are no better than animals living in their own filth. That's just my opinion, of course. And clearly the birthday boy definitely listens to dubbed versions because that's what this is.
Igor listens exclusively to subbed versions, with the dubbed version playing in the background.
Well, see, the sad thing about it is this is the dubbed version, so
Igor shall make
happy birthday.
your
You-
gift shall be loved and cherished like you will be.
Holy shit, I need to get something in that bin.
He just
And
hit
I'll
22
take $30 more
points.
dollars, but you can go ahead and keep actually all of that and take this 10.
Points.
Oh yeah, I assume he won with this.
I will acquire Domination Spank Police DVD. How could any real woman
Does
ever
anybody have a temporary obsession to throw down?
Oh,
3, 6, 7, 8, 9,
I don't
10,
think that's all anime.
I think I can only play this on my turn though.
Anime is a
So
permanent
that
one.
is 24.
He's currently sitting with 10 points under his temporary obsession.
I mean, I'll.
How many war hamsters does he have?
Fucking nothing.
None.
Cool. Let's put that in there.
Hey, War Hamster. That's gonna switch some things around.
Oh yeah.
So he loses 5 points from that.
That's a big chunk.
I am sitting at 19.
Holy shit.
GFY. Assume you don't need me to translate.
I have no further cards.
What?
Yeah, apparently.
That you made good use of that.
Yeah,
You're
You clearly didn't kick him in the teeth hard enough.
Yeah, apparently. Hand me $30 and 3 more cards.
This
That
fucking
was a big
dumpster diving shit is.
He's dumpster diving his own dumpster. What do you want me to do?
Kick him in the teeth
I
again.
had nothing
Yeah, you
relevant
got-
to play.
Any more rent cards in
Hey,
there?
you got any more rent cards to toss at him?
Who shuffled that deck twice?
Maybe
Come on.
No, apparently,
I don't even think
job
the
is to keep.
I think the shuffling didn't even really.
PJ.
The shuffling didn't really help. He's just like Braden said. He's dumpster diving his own shit
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
because he doesn't care who dumpsters dive or who dumpster stuff he dives for it anyway.
Oh, she does have a unicorn.
What's my temporary obsession currently?
She's
I
got
don't
that
recall
on
seeing it was
her-
changed.
Yeah,
yet.
that's part of the reason why I played it.
Right, that thing I don't have.
That is a goth unicorn. It's funny.
Should be a lot of those coming up, though. Sound.
I haven't
think so.
seen very
Yeah.
many.
I've seen exactly one.
50
Does she
bucks.
look like somebody familiar to you?
All
No.
right, well,
Mistress of Darkness, Elvira.
Oh, well, yeah.
Igor has no cards left, so this is a good opportunity for me to start throwing things in the dumpster.
It is. If you want to burn shit to the ground so that I don't get it, now's the time.
So,
And remember, it always lands on you to put something useless up there for
I'm
it.
gonna
It
put
does.
this Warhamster Fantasy Roleplay book in the bin.
Nobody wanted that anyway.
And for some reason, this medium
Fuck off.
saver that's in sci-fi instead of SCA.
Very rude.
And I'll take $20 more.
Ah, I see why. It's for when light's not good enough.
Very good.
Oh, I will take.
I'm gonna spend $40. Actually, I guess. Anybody want to trade before I look into it?
But you
I've
got
got a bunch of bullshit that doesn't help me.
Do you have any RPGs?
Pretty sure I do.
I'm willing to swap out my sci-fi shit for.
yeah, I was gonna say I got anime
I have
and
nothing of worth to
anime
you.
Trek and collector card games.
Well, that doesn't help me any because my obsessions are computer games and.
Sword fighting.
Oh, so it's got to be specifically something that helps
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
I
That
see.
was kind of the intention because if you, I don't think anybody's got anything they really want to.
Computer games.
Yeah, all I've gotten is
Nothing
random
that you'd
shit
want.
that's not relevant to me either. So I'm gonna lean in and spend $40 on this full body cat costume.
You're a furry.
Apparently, except I'm fucking not.
And he also didn't think so many men liked cats.
Well, he's going to learn.
All right, now I'm done.
$30 for cards.
Because I'm just leaning in at this point. Because what else am I gonna fucking do?
How many points you got?
It's not 25.
Like
Four.
10?
4.
2, 4, 7, 8, 11.
3, 4, 7,
17?
8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, he's a 17.
11 and 6. He's at 17.
Yeah, I am now, just now, finally getting to 17.
I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm at 8.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Shut your stupid face.
If only you were Igor. You could have dumpster dough for so many RPGs.
Oh, Callahan is also at 17.
I know he is.
I've been working slow and steady. You guys took a chunk out of Shane. I'm pretty sure he was going to finish on this turn again.
Yeah.
The dumb thing is, I don't think there's very much Warhamster or miniatures cards left in the deck.
We burned through a lot of the deck.
We
and a lot
burned
of it was
so
Warhamster.
many.
There's probably miniatures, just not Warhamster.
Well, I even have a left after I decide buy
You have lots of shit.
You got some goth.
You got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
14.
9,
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah. Matt has the same hairstyle as Homer Simpson.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
It's totally why Gilly's into him.
3
Clearly.
more hairs away from a comb over.
Words are hard.
Please don't be the boy.
Indeed.
I regret kicking Igor in the face infinitely less now. He's bounced back.
No, you
and
kicked him in the face too early or not hard enough. I don't know which.
It wasn't too early.
You
Based
did
on
not kick him hard enough.
I clearly didn't kick him hard.
I think it was actually too early. There's no way I could have pulled that shit.
I haven't drawn any real nuclear cards to use on any.
Neither have I.
I have to think that there's a bunch of bullshit in there because we have not seen very many special cards.
Right. This bottom third is going to be hot.
It's gonna be nothing but spice, and it's gonna be terrifying. And cards are gonna change hands a lot.
A goth girl and war hamster person.
What's up?
Either of you have an RPG you're willing to trade.
Nope.
Technically,
I have
well,
no RPGs.
it's
I
also
got comics,
a
collector
comic,
card
so it's
strips,
helping me.
and
So I
action figures.
do, but you would have to
I mean,
make something.
You could sweeten the pot with
Yeah, like
infinite dollars.
you have. Yeah, you have. That's what I said. You have monies,
Mhm.
so we could do like a trade for your goth thing and this and $10, which is technically a fair trade because you can cash grab this for face value anyway. So that's really just even
You know
for
what?
you.
That is fair. I will trade the goth collar to you in $10.
Goddamn lovebirds and their honorable
There you go.
trade
Yeah. Oh, I'm
deals.
sorry. Let me put that.
It is terrible to see. They
Wait,
should be
that does-
giving
yeah,
you
yeah.
Oliver.
Yep, RPGs.
They
so that's-
should, but
Yeah,
not
that's a
too
permanent
many.
one. So we're gonna move that one up here
Too many.
because that's his permanent obsession.
Am concerned.
Should be.
Need an adult.
Okay.
Yeah, he can just cash out if he gets something super.
He doesn't
and
need
can-
to though.
he can
He's
just
got $1
cash out
million.
everything.
Have you seen that stack of cash over
We
there?
could have like three $50 cards in there. We don't know.
Maybe
Apparently,
he did.
I'm surprised it isn't goth because it looks very goth on the card.
Hmm.
Computer games, SCA. Nasty, brutish, and short. It's completely realistic. Everybody dies. Computer games.
They
One.
look like Trekkies.
Does anyone want to cancel?
I have no cards.
Couldn't even if I.
Also out of cards.
That was $20.
Well, I'm asking if anyone's
Oh.
going to cancel at any point or has the ability to
'Cause he's
because
gonna
this is
flea
going
market.
to matter.
Fuck him up.
Okay. Antiquarius Infinibulum. Understand the rules. I don't understand the title. RPGs, $20. And Sir Crondo's Slug Slayer. If I ever get him painted, he's going to be my main character. $20. And $20 off of 3 because it was a special offer. So 40 for all 3 of them.
40 for all three. And they were all. Yep.
And I think I'm just short of winning, but go ahead and count
RPGs.
it up.
And
Wait, that was miniatures.
And
miniatures.
so there's the 40 for the bank.
Jesus.
We're only the
You
special
got
offer.
2, 4,
20.
6, 8, 9, 18.
2, 4, 6, 8,
21,
9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Four.
23,
No,
24, 25, 26.
Oh.
I got it. Okay.
Game's
Go.
over.
Dang.
Thank
You
Jesus.
could have done that without me.
No, because yours was double for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
the double points.
Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't have anything.
I was short by 1, apparently.
I'm
if
still
I-
satisfied with that.
Never playing with Bill ever again. Fuck him.
I had a card to counter a special card. If Igor had tried to give me a birthday present,
Literally,
and a rebound elsewhere.
literally
I
being
seriously considered it, but I was like, no, he's going to punch me again.
Well,
He's probably already.
I wish
I in fact was going to punch you again.
How many cards
I
have you
mean, I was going to
gotten?
redirect your punch to somebody else.
I wish I had had this when you did your birthday thing.
those would have been your
Dump it
4.
now. Play it absolutely any time, including the middle of an auction.
Oh, I had one of those too.
So
What was
if you
going to be
had done
my
that, I could have
5?
discarded that card and taken the value from the bank at before giving it to you.
Yep, I had that too.
Yep.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would have been so good.
Yeah, it was like
I see you two were playing.
Oh,
a
look.
game.
Only the second War Hamster card I would have ever pulled. And it was only worth 1 point.
Hey.
Now, I would have probably dumpstered.
Oh no, I
Or-
would have won on my next
I
one.
would have
I am the dorkiest of dorks.
I would have bought
Glad
4
that
extra
my
cards.
I would have won. I could have got to 25.
I
Miniatures.
mean, they might watch the VOD.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Unicorns, computer.
Speech. This is
Wow.
why you ally with goth chicks as opposed to making them enemies. Aside from the fact they are very
What the
strangely
hell did we
hot
miss?
and just work. Yeah.
Miniatures.
You know what? Honestly, the one trade that I got from him was real fucking good for me. I gotta say,
A fan.
checks out.
A fan. Yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah, like this was a solid game. Like
Yes.
The only ones that were literally left for me in the deck were those 2.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the strategy version of
Chez Geek.
So
Like, I think
I
if
would.
I wanted a more mindless, let's just have fun and do this, I think Chez Geek would go a bit
I had the
smoother.
same thought.
But if you want to go a little bit deeper in the strategy kind of setup, I think this is kind of like the strategy version.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness,
This has
nobody
some-
really dipped into trade or
Yeah.
auction. Like was clearly a first playthrough where we were all just kind of doing our own thing.
Yeah.
Well, we all bought so heavily that I think it kind of took the auction out to look up and it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
it's
what's
something
yeah.
cheap if I put one of my things up. So.
at that at that point I would say it's just like, what's the point in auctioning anything off?
You see, I can
Especially with what we're
Should be mine.
what we were drawing. There was no
Yeah,
point in
like when you
auctioning
had-
anything
when you had a
off.
lot of cash, it would have kind of made up if there were like 3 people with cash.
Yeah.
You could go,
Yeah.
hey, PJ, he has 70, you have 60, and he has to keep bidding for it. Like, that
Right.
would have been something.
Oh, yeah, if I would've known that, I
But we
would've-
never had that set.
We never had any of that
Like,
happen.
2 people with $10 and 1 dude with 6.
And honestly, out of all of the people, I think his is the most crippling.
I think
I-
Carson.
And I'll
because
give you my
one of
reasoning.
His 3 obsessions is.
Everybody
probably
knows
Bill.
what the 2 obsessions are he's going to be looking for.
Mhm.
You're going to be dumpstering and or taking those, period. There's end of story. So there's no option for him to switch a temporary obsession around and try to reshuffle some of his points and or go for something else.
And that's why Carson
other
is
hand-
way better.
Carson gets Carson on the other hand gets 2 he can pick whatever obsessions he wants,
Yeah.
which
Carson can actually have up to 3.
I-
He can
I-
have 3.
Yeah, I
he
think,
can have up he can have up to
I
3,
think the one you
but they're all
have,
temporary.
if luck is on your side, you can dumpster the table.
Yes.
But if you have a bad luck draw,
And you did.
And you did.
Everybody
Because everyone
else
in
got
front
the
of you
cards
had
you
more
needed.
hamsters. Yeah.
Nobody else needed.
It's
then he
basically
becomes-
super
yeah.
reliant on the table actually doing marketing,
Which
and the table refused.
yeah, art and the thing about it is I figured it was going to wind up that way where our table is literally just going to refuse to market because it's not going to gain them anything. We play kind of cutthroat.
well, it's even bad luck for you because even in the end, when it was like, hey, do you have any of these cards to trade?
No.
And you didn't. Even if you just had
I had
an
nothing.
odd one, I could have got you something. But,
Yeah, I think that probably could have been worked into something if we had been taking those. So I can see that being a legit strategy where Bill just becomes the I have a little bit of everything. Give me all you can buy shit from me with your cool cards with miniatures and fucking war.
But again, we play cutthroat, so it's just like I'm
It's
gonna
not
buy
even-
the stuff that I need, and I'm just gonna
it's not even
dumpster
that
all of
we
your
were playing
crap.
cutthroat necessarily. It's just that it just made more sense to not use those cards and
Yeah.
draw more later.
For me, I was drawing $40, $40, $50. Like
Yeah.
that happened to me 3 rounds in a row, and
I
I'm just
get-
sitting here going, "Well, fuck me."
I mean, I did get I started with the gargoyle for 40, and that's why I bought a $20 item in the first one, knowing that I would get 30 in the next one, and it was double points for me.
Mm.
Because a 6-point $40 card is still worth it.
Oh yeah,
I
100%.
don't see this table, like our group of players, doing much of the auctioning at all.
I do, but it's because we were having too much fun buying the random bullshit.
Yeah.
That's the point of the game.
I-
is
I-
we're buying the
honestly-
random
Yeah, but
shit.
eventually it's not
Dominance
new
bank-
random bullshit.
Bank
Well-
imposters.
Well,
or
there's
whatever
also
it
like
is.
you saw in that single round how much I got. Like I went from 4 to almost 24.
Not almost.
Yeah, I
It's
went from
22.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shot the fuck up instantly, and if
And
you-
there's
if you get it
there's
right,
no
you
limit
can
on
do
him
that.
dumpster diving for his own stuff.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
how many cards I have. In my hand.
Ironically, I
But
think
the thing is
You
that
can only take the top card of the bin, so if somebody had played a card that could be played at any time and
Mm.
put it on top of it, he wouldn't have been able to dumpster dive for it.
But the thing is that like people can shoot up like that if they have the right combination of cards and things, and I think that is kind of supposed to be a rarity. Like chaining shit together, very much intentional, but probably not that powerful.
also ironically, I think if we had been playing min max, it would have been better for PJ. The fact we were buying all the random stuff.
Hmm.
didn't-
100%.
didn't help with
Like
the
if
random
PJ had
value.
gotten the birthday gift one, PJ is the hardest to disrupt because you can't shuffle his points,
Yeah.
just like he can't shuffle his points. It's kind of a double-edged sword.
Oh, I'm gonna share a Shane fact because the one time I actually prepared, no one bought one,
Mhm.
and this is a good one, so I refuse to let it go.
Ooh, yes.
Keep it.
Look at that glare.
Just to
Excellent.
see the look on his face, I will.
I'm
allow
proud
it.
that you can tell I'm glaring at you through my half-blind eye.
Blood seeping, and you should get that checked out.
Nah. You know what you did.
Hard to believe, but confirm this: sloths can hold their breath over 3 times longer than dolphins.
Huh.
How fucking long can a sloth and a dolphin hold their breaths, respectively?
Dolphin generally 8 to 10 minutes, 15 on the high end. Sloths 40 to 45 minutes.
Fucking
Huh.
how?
They're that lazy.
That actually makes sense with sloths. I actually thought that dolphins would be able to do it a lot longer.
I figured they would have at least 30 minutes.
That's why you always see them.
You never expect the Shane facts. Tragically. Tragically.
Until he announces them multiple times and creates a
That's
whatever
where his thoughts
concept.
also hands compared to dolphins, yeah.
That's one of my favorite animal pictures is the sloth stuff. The sloth selfie with the guy who's with like the selfie stick up and the sloth just like got bent back perfectly. Oh, no. Anyone know the original definition of the words dork and geek?
A geek was a circus performer that bit the heads off chickens.
Yes.
Correct.
I knew that one.
Dork was
The hell?
God.
I was gonna say,
You should know.
Circus
it's a
performer that bit the heads off of chickens.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you were geeking out, you were biting the heads off of chickens.
Yep.
That's what the original meaning
That
was.
is 100% correct.
I
He's not
don't
making
remember
that
what
up.
dork is.
I feel like I'd have a panic attack that looks roughly like geeking out if I was spending my day biting the heads off of chickens.
It's 11.
I'm not
No.
sure it is.
It has to be.
Actually, it kind of was.
Say what you were. The sideshows, the circuses had to have had the wildest happen.
Ozzy got in trouble for that
Oh,
for a
100%.
reason, and it wasn't even a chicken; it was a bat.
I'm surprised he never got rabies.
Well, he didn't know it was a real bat. He thought it was a rubber bat.
Yeah, that actually.
How can you not know it's real bat if it's moving in your freaking
It might
hand?
not
It
have
wasn't
been
moving. They
It
threw it
might
up
have
there.
They
They
threw it up
stunned
there.
itself.
Someone
Yeah.
apparently threw
It
it
got
up there,
stunned,
and he
so it
got
wasn't
stunned. So he
Yeah.
did. Oh, it was and then he realized, oh shit, he
But
thought it
his
was like a
mouth filled
rubber
with fucking bat blood.
and hairs.
Yeah. Ugh.
So a dork is a whale penis.
I did.
I didn't know that.
See, I'm wondering which word came first, because I could kind of see either.
I'm gonna have to give the biologist the win on that.
How the hell
And then, did people, like, come up with dork for people independently?
do we
Or
go
did
from?
someone explain that a dork is a whale penis and everybody started calling him a dork?
Tribbles, no.
Because he's a big dick.
Tribbles, no.
How?
No, Tribbles, bad
What does
Tribbles.
triples do?
Not surprised sloths have
Bad
hands
things.
compared to also have hands compared to dolphins to hold their breath. Dork. God damn it.
Tribbles, no.
Son of a-
Go
Naughty.
to the dark side.
No, don't encourage.
Oh, it's just
How did we go from circus geeks that bite or circus performers that bite the heads off of chickens and whale penises to the definitions of dorks and geeks that we have now?
Chez Dork.
If I had to guess, 1960s, 1970s high school insults.
that just stuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
You look
Somebody
at
smart came up with the insult and it stuck.
Or somebody dumb just
Yeah,
came up with the
a
insult.
dumb
and
drop
started
into a
throwing it around.
dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah,
It's not a swear, so I can't get in trouble.
exactly. Exactly.
And then the associations come later after that's used with other people in that school that eventually spreads, and then everybody's
Okay,
fucked.
what's the modern definition of them now? And is it better to be a geek or a dork?
I'm pretty sure they did a rap.
I consider myself a geek.
Distinctly worse to be a dork. That
Yeah.
one is almost purely insult. Geek has been mildly reclaimed.
Yeah, it's like nerd culture, geek
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah,
Whereas if you're a dork, you're a dork.
Nobody's
It's like a
marketing
dweeb.
shit to dork.
you're a Millhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is the
Ah.
side. Well, even Millhouse is cooler than at this point because there's everything's turning out Millhouse.
Well, yes, but before that point, you were a Millhouse.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure nerd used to have another meaning too. I'm not sure.
Almost
Well,
definitely.
yeah, it was a candy. I'm helping.
You're not. And it bugs me that I gave such great Shane knowledge and you went for such a low hanging fruit.
Low hanging.
why I
My
took
good
it.
sir,
I
that
tell
shit
you, I
was on
tell
the
you to
ground.
hang your head in shame, but like me, you have none, so
I guess you're out of luck.
whatever.
Low hanging. My good sir, that was on the ground.
Therefore,
In
he
fairness,
must gaze into the sky.
I
try
had to
find
dig
some-
for it a little. It'd been there a while. I regret nothing.
That
Nor would
explains
we
the long
expect
leafy
you to.
greens that were still attached to it. It had started growing. It had been there so long.
Exactly. Artisanal. Behold the miracle of life.
I'm just gonna say the best thing about my work is it amazes me every day the things I can get away with saying or typing.
Mhm.
And any other company, HR would bounce me out the fucking door immediately. And there, it's just funny, and everyone's cool with it, and that makes me happy.
It's good when you find a position like that.
'Cause
I didn't type that's what she said in the chat today, though. I stopped there because that's in writing.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know, like I was like, gotta use some taste.
No, you don't. You just have to make sure you're in a private Slack.
No. This was with a customer.
Oh, absolutely don't try.
It depends.
Not
You can
do
get away
that.
with that
if you
with a
have,
certain.
if you
If
have the
it's
right,
the
but I
right
can only
customer.
tell on a phone call.
but you would better know. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because on a phone call, Scott was talking to Sella, and he heard me closing for a CSAT, and it was one of my favorite calls ever because it was a Argentine immigrant who had went to New York City, and I didn't even know she was an immigrant, so she said something because she nailed the New York City accent so well. And by that I mean, I'm so fucking frustrated with what the fuck is going on with this fucking website, and I know you're fucking trying to help me, but is there any way we can fucking move this along and find a fucking solution? I wasn't angry at all, like, but every like. The amount of fluent sailor she spoke was
That's
the
impressive.
traditional search. And so we had this alcohol, fixed the problem.
Yeah.
And so she absolutely loved me. And so by the end, and so, he hears me doing the closing for the CSAT and, the positive survey because they grade all that stuff. And it's like, hey, can you fill this out? So he's been encouraging that. So he gave me the thumbs up as he's walking by with Sella, who's like one of the big bosses. And then I'm like, when am I ever going to get this opportunity again? So in front of him, giving me a thumbs up, and her on the phone, I'm like, Well, yeah, thanks for filling it out. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Fill out that fucking survey. And the facial expression. It's got this thing like it's like my supervisor.
Yeah, just
Look over at his boss, who is trying not to laugh because she doesn't want to encourage this if it goes sideways.
That's funny.
The look like the. So many things I've been able to cross off the list working there. Like, I'm never gonna get to do this again. Opportunity.
Yeah, you gotta take them. You gotta take them.
And somehow I made it to year one with the stock options. I mean, wow.
In fairness, the over/under on that was questionable at first, and then it was pretty solid after that.
It was. And ironically, them screwing up my thing is going to work out my benefits as the stock keeps going up.
Oh, good.
which is just climbing. It was like at 146 today, or 246.
Cool. Because my all-max sell was supposed to happen this month, but then they, for some reason that's inexplicably to me, used the dates from Looking Financial, which was more than 30 days. So instead of getting all my stock January like I should have, I get it February.
Yeah, I think that's when I look at the vesting schedule. It's like based on the day they gave them to you. So I didn't get mine right away. I got them in like December. So
Shane, Sineth has requested that you stop swearing at users. Would you like to respond?
I only swear at the ones who are very cool with it. And no, you gotta build that rapport.
God damn right.
And also, since I apparently led the entire company in number of CSATs, like 75% of the time I'm there. So I can get away with doing a lot of things that other people cannot get away with right now.
Oh yeah, if we had read these, auctions are so much more powerful than they look.
They're powerful only if you have the chance to even do them.
No.
And plus, auctioning, you can only auction what you currently own, which is the stuff in your
and you can
down
only
here.
do one auction per turn.
one
Right,
auction
but
one auction per turn, and it starts at 0. You cannot set the minimum
I
bids.
am aware. But looking at some of these disadvantages,
Yeah, Igor had a huge disadvantage. I'm like, I don't really like that.
But that's how you could use it to beat him into the ground. Which apparently deserved more. Birthday trader. Happy birthday, by the way.
Why, thank you.
Now go back to being a stand on humanity soul.
Well, no. I believe that what Braden is referring to is that I think it's 3 of our disadvantages are specifically related to auctions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't do the auctions, then they have no
right?
disadvantages.
But I didn't necessarily cotton on to what everybody's disadvantage was. Like I knew what it was, except for Igor's, which I did not remember.
Mm.
If an item
Also,
fitting
that's
both
why.
his current obsessions comes up for auction, Igor must have it. He must bid and stay in the bidding until all his cash is committed.
And there's a card that you can throw on somebody that is literally Igor's drawback.
Mm-hmm.
Except
It has to be on their current temporary obsession.
Also, Sineth, I do. Yeah, but think about that. If you have something that fits both, you can change their temporary obsession and then auction one of your items.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be a dick, you can.
Absolutely possible.
And so I'll point out that in that call, technically I didn't swear at the customer. I swore with them and then about the survey.
Also, I think that
I
if
just
the
don't
two of them had been in different positions,
instead
at
of
the
right next to
table,
each other.
the Gilly and Matt ones would have come into more effect.
Yeah.
Because Gilly can't bid against Matt, and Matt can't bid against Gilly.
Right.
But Matt had all the money.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah,
things
I think there's more depth here that we didn't explore. That's cool.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think it was a really weird deck because so much like Warhamster came out early, but not to the person who
It was
had
so
it.
weird.
And then
Yeah.
so much sci-fi came out late, but not to the people who had sci-fi. It
We
was-
got so fuckety with all that.
And then when we threw away the god stuff, that was just funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like I was holding a thing, like I was holding a temp thing for dice and
I had so many dice, and I never
And I-
once saw the obsession for dice pop up.
yeah,
If I would have had the ability to do that, I'd have had like a
Especially
shit ton of
dice and
points.
something else.
I had dice,
And
but
then those cards never
I-
came by.
it would have.
Yeah.
I already had that with my obsession because it was goth as well. I was like, I didn't need this. I ended up discarding them. Basically, I got everything you needed.
It wasn't just you.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed.
No, this is a fun little game.
Yeah.
I like that there's a more strategic version of Chez Geek.
I'm not sure yet if I like it more than Chez Geek, but I'd like to try it a few more times. and
I
see how
would
it
too,
plays
just
out
to kind of see
consistently.
if the auctions actually do
Because
something.
I could see it going either way, to be honest.
Yeah, this feels like one where you have to get like 2 or 3 just to have an idea
Of how
the
you should be
full
playing.
spread of it.
Another time, for sure.
Oh yeah.
This is one I could easily see just breaking out randomly for fun and going, hey, who wants to buy a bunch of really weird stuff? And then offer no additional context.
Yup.
This deck is fucking hilarious.
It's so good.
Fucking 200-sided humongahedron. And it even kind of looked like a giant version of that.
I mean, at $40,
What's
that
that?
sounds like a fucking.
And we get Monday paid
Right?
So that's nice.
It's true. I tried to take Sunday off, but apparently you have to book days off, 10 days out.
Yes, how do you not know
Yeah.
that? That's like, they
I've
mentioned
never
that
tried to-
so many times.
Never tried to take time off.
10, at least 10 days out.
I also forgot that it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So, you know, but I could have had a 4-day weekend.
You could have.
I feel like
Sorry,
they
one
could
day
have
off, one day
spent a
off.
little more of the art budget on the collector's edition 200-sided glitter glow humongahedron.
I feel like they did exactly what they needed to do on that and not an ounce more. I feel like they spent approximately as much time on that as on any other card and just stopped when they ran out of time.
Ah, the old rush job. I can appreciate that.
I don't know.
It's got like, what is that? Maybe a 1/12 of it actually drawn out.
And it's not really drawn out. It's basically a scribble that's meant to kind of look like they tried to draw it out, but
Yeah.
they didn't really.
Okay, no. I'm going to be the counter.
Mhm.
This is a level of half-assedry we should appreciate on a massive level.
You know what?
You know what? I can get behind
Good opinion.
that.
Can respect.
God, how did you get both of those fucking cards?
Both the what cards?
The pop bottles and then selling your soul on eBay.
Yeah, they were right.
Give
I
you
got
30
on the
bucks
same
on it.
draw.
There were ones that were coming up that I was going to wind up buying with just cash for extra cards that would have basically given me all my money back. There's one where you
Well,
sold it,
no,
you got
this
$40 from the bank. There's
Yeah,
one that I
I
was
had a lot
going
of
to get that
discount
would have
cards,
given me
too.
$20
Yeah,
from
you
the
did.
bank.
I didn't see any of those.
Nice.
Nobody saw any of those. They all went to him.
It was actually a really lucky game for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I got a shit ton of luck in that game.
Mm.
Swipes down humanity's best intentions, which I feel like got an extra layer because I called you scab originally for taking my place. So I appreciate that.
Oh, I would have liked the jeweled dagger. That's cool. Okay, so
Oh,
the
yeah.
letter opener,
I put
but
it
it's
out
a
my way.
cool letter opener.
And it was the
God
only
damn.
SCA one in the deck. Which I don't get.
No, there were other SCA things.
Yeah, I still,
There were other SCA things. Those
There
are coming
were.
up towards the bottom.
You know.
like I had to believe that we just didn't see them.
Yeah, I got, I think, at least one, maybe 2 through my hand.
I
Oh
didn't
man.
see a single one. Like the interests are definitely not equally distributed.
No.
They're not.
There was a lot more.
There's a shit ton of dice and not a whole lot of
Ooh,
those
a pewter cup.
temporary
There
obsession
was a
ones.
lot of Warhamster too.
There was so
to,
fucking much Warhamster. Like I think that's
So
one of
to
the other
combat that
advantages
his
for you
obsession, right?
is that there
in
was a ton
but
of
then
it.
he got none of it.
Yeah, no, that was fucking
Yeah,
insane.
I think there's more of those cards than some of the others.
Specifically
think
Which
for
makes
that.
sense because that would balance out the character more. Than just
Still,
yeah.
I think
I
currently.
didn't even know unicorns was an obsession. This is the first unicorn one I have seen.
That was the first one I played.
Yeah,
Yep.
The unicorn door knocker.
but there's only one unicorn in the deck, I think.
You know, that actually tracks.
That's literally a unicorn.
That's well played.
Yeah.
That
many points is it
would
worth?
be really fucking funny.
Uh,
How many points is that unicorn
How many
worth?
points was it worth?
2.
that's
There's another unicorn.
that's a steam.
Oh, here it is.
That's
Unicorn
a,
mirror
I was
page.
gonna
The
say,
unicorn mirror
that's a
page.
steam accomplishment right there. Having the unicorn thing and one unicorn item and winning off of that.
That would
would
be
be a
pretty
steam
cool.
accomplishment right there.
And there- Oh, hey, there is actually another SCA one. Black Chainmail. It's for Goths and SCA.
Ooh.
It's
Makes
lit-
sense.
it's literally just drawn
Yeah.
like regular fucking clothing. That's so good. That is professional half-assery.
Kind of, can appreciate.
Oh yeah,
A ripped
absolutely.
sleeve from an actual costume. It was from when he tore his shirt in episode 27. I know this was from 27 because in 27 the whole right sleeve came off, and in 24 and 32 and 39 for that matter, there's part of the right sleeve left on his shirt. And in 38 and 44, the right sleeve isn't damaged at all.
Jesus Christ.
I fucking love these cards. They're great.
They're so good.
Someday you will be mine, platinum foil Captain Quirk card. Someday. But not you, naughty tentacles. You go ahead.
Naughty tentacles are for I go hard.
They
I
have
are anime.
It can happen. For true. I'm glad, Sineth. I think we had a good time playing this. I think it's one we would definitely play again at some point.
Indeed.
If we ever get through the giant backlog of games we have, which is going to be a hot minute.
Someday, perhaps.
Forever.
Does seem like it.
But perhaps we should move toward calling it an evening as we're approaching 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it is about that time.
But I do want to say thank you to everyone who came and hung out and watched. Good seeing everyone in the chat, faces new and old,
Good seeing you again, Magic Blue Smooth, and
and
Hey.
Board Game Bard.
patrons who
Yes.
came in a little bit late. Very good pre-show again.
Highly recommend. I'll get that up as soon as I can for y'all. And I do plan tentatively to be streaming on Monday. So here's hoping that things work out for that.
Mm.
We'll see how things go. But that is the tentative plan, is to start returning back to regular stream schedule now that I've gotten through. I believe the technical term is 1 metric fuck ton of computer
A
files.
lot of art.
There were so
A
many.
lot of art.
It wasn't just art.
Fuck ton, or was it a metric cluster fuck ton?
It was edging toward the latter. I don't know if I quite cleared it, but I still have a Google Drive and the rest of this computer, so we might yet clear
You
that.
haven't
structure.
been through everything yet. Gotcha.
I've been through all the most likely important stuff.
Gotcha.
This makes sense.
The
Emphasis
potato
on
was
most likely.
the potato was a much better investment than the Google Drive, I think.
Well, yeah, but we didn't have a good price on a potato at the time.
Right.
And
Well, our original potato was free. That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
great price.
that was a great price. But when we originally bought the Google Drive, it was during the height of the pandemic,
Right.
where that was not so readily available.
Yeah.
Yup.
We made do with what we had.
We did. No regrets. But thank you all for coming to hang out tonight. It was great seeing y'all. Thank you for the resub tribs.
Archer Face, appreciate you.
And
Yeah, thank you very much.
staying us from exercise for just a little bit.
Indeed.
That was, yeah. That was good.
indeed, I will see you all on Monday. And if
Have a
not,
good night,
I'll let you know in
everybody.
Discord.